Alrighty. Well, getting back into it. I know it's been a while. And to make it extra difficult for everyone, I did not write a full recap. So, we're going to be ad-libbing a little bit, as best as I can remember. Please don't turn off.
No, I got this. Last session, Noelle and Lauren had a hail time having times with a pirate.
True.
I remember this. I remember there was a lot of confusion about what exactly they were doing there. And the assumption was she's a hooker. So
the assumption was for Lauren that everyone else there was hookers too.
So she's like, I'll take your money.
We also had a conversation with the casino owner.
Mr. Pythe.
Yep.
Yes, the owner of the resort, the Royal Colonial in the Riviera.
And did he give us something to do?
He's about to.
He's about to, yeah. You guys talked with him.
And he's hella vain and really likes telling stories about his past conquests.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you guys talked to him, and he said he would have something for you to do when you met for dinner that night. And then you guys broke off to go back and explore town for a little bit.
Conclave.
I remember.
We went to the conclave.
You guys went to go see the one temple in town, the Blood Hall, in the old.
Not ominous.
God, what is it called? The old city center, the Royal Quarter.
Yep. They gave him enough money to fix the roof.
He is much appreciated. You guys went and got some clockwork doodads from a vendor, standing on the old draconic stairs in front of the great mound in the center of town. And then you guys finally went back to the Riviera for dinner, where you found Mr. Stephen Pythe ready and waiting, looking much more awake and chipper, with an arm full of documents and a private table waiting to discuss a heist that he wants you guys to run for him.
Which doesn't sound ominous at all.
Nope. He wants you guys to rob the rival pirate lord Hinmore Seagen. And that is where we left off.
Is that a name? First question, is that a name that we have written down previously?
Potentially. But I would not be able to know that because I do not have your notebooks.
It's the guy that she was unsure of.
Okay. Seagen. Oh, yeah. Human captain. That's what I wrote.
As much as you know about the guy, yeah.
Very disparate.
Mm-hmm. So please, sit. Everybody have a seat. Pythe has you guys at his table. He's got all these documents ready, and he's got a couple, folks kind of standing out, like kind of keeping not the riffraff, but the rest of the clientele at a distance, so you can kind of discuss this in private.
Sure. And we're in like a private dining area.
Well, you're in like the big dining hall at the resort, right? But he's got his personal corner table with the the big bay windows looking out over the beaches, that he takes every morning and night, every meal.
And
he's kind of had some other all the surrounding tables scooched away. He's got like a few like waiters just kind of standing.
Gotcha.
Since we are discussing possibly doing something large against a pirate lord, do you mind if I cast a spell to make sure we're all on the up and up?
What sort of spell?
Just one that makes it so you can't lie. You can choose not to answer questions.
That seems great.
Uh-oh. You'll forgive me if I find the proposition of an arcane, truth-compelling sort of thing maybe a little suspect, given my life.
Oh, I as I said, you can choose not to answer questions. It's not a big deal if you. But
Also,
if we're going to go after something as large as another pirate king, I'd rather make sure it wasn't for dumb reasons, like you guys prank each other and now it's your turn.
Questioning my integrity?
You're a pirate who murders people to steal their stuff, so yes.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Who's to say that you won't murder us if we succeed?
Are we gonna have to?
Oh no. I would like to use my. I want to use my inspiration.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, also, does this spell cat force us to tell the truth too?
It forces everyone
Yes.
in the room to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
I'm not.
And you can
You're
choose,
not allowed
you
to
can
talk,
choose to
Barnaby.
save it, or you can choose to you can choose to fail for it, or you can fight it with a wisdom save.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely don't want that. I don't like the idea of that.
I think I have a +6 in wisdom, so
Okay, so that
Talk.
is a.
no +7 in
16?
wisdom saves.
And again, keep in mind, you don't have to answer the
Minus
question,
Oh,
or you can be vague or double. There are ways around the fact that you can only tell the truth.
Fair.
For our more silver-tongued members.
no well.
I don't got a silver tongue. I'm already missing half my tongue as it is.
Only half? What?
Oh, you didn't see that?
Barnaby only has half a tongue?
I'm missing a chunk of my tongue. Mom tried to cut it out when I said a cuss word.
In our defense, we don't spend a lot of time looking at each other's mouths.
Barnaby, open your mouth.
Ah.
You just see like a forked tongue stick out of the fucking visor of his helmet.
Oh my god, Barnaby's part snake, y'all.
That's a trick.
No, what's what happens when you curse in front of your mom.
I think Seagen is looking you up and down very intently, Burberry.
I'm nothing but a cleric.
Just a dragonborn cleric over here.
Yep, that's it.
That wears a
Nothing else
mask
going
so you
on.
can't see their true face. Nothing suspect there.
It's fine.
Cast your spell, cleric.
Yes. All right. I'll go ahead and
not.
cast Zone of Truth. For those who want to fight it, feel free.
I will
I'm
fight it.
hoping our.
Barnaby's gonna fight it.
I'm gonna fight it.
Let's see.
Oh, that's definitely cocked.
Oh, I got a 17 plus 7.
Is it a wisdom saving throw you said?
Yeah, you only have to be a 14.
Okay. So,
Nat 20 minus 1. I'll take it.
good job, Barnaby. You can be smart.
Noel rolled a natural 1.
So Noel failed.
I will be very quiet for the rest of this conversation.
Well, for the next sentence at least.
Oh,
I have
Well, and
17
again,
plus
don't
7.
forget you the double speak is possible here.
that's true.
Yeah.
I just have to
So,
be careful.
what is your DC that everyone needs to
14.
beat? 14? Okay, so you succeeded, Barnaby succeeded, Noel failed. John?
Should I work? What was the check again?
Wisdom saving
Uh,
throw.
Wisdom
Oh,
save.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
no. Actually, it's charisma.
Oh,
Oh,
it is
charisma. Charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
So,
You
what
don't
I
have to
still
re-roll,
keep my
just
nat
change
20?
your-
Yeah, keep the
Yes,
roll.
you do. Keep
Yeah,
your
keep the roll,
20.
just change the modifier.
And I got a nat 20 plus.
so that takes
One.
me to an
I got
unnatural.
13.
13. Okay.
Oh, so close.
So John failed, and Noel failed. And
You're asking John to succeed on a wisdom saving throw? Good luck.
Charisma.
It's charisma, actually.
charisma.
Charisma.
Oh, it's the same score, whatever.
Oh.
Okay. And Burberry, I believe that with Zone of Truth, you know when a creature succeeds or fails.
Yes.
You would also sense as Seagen is staring you down very intently, he has succeeded on his throw. And he is just unblinkingly
Well,
staring
I'm
at
polite,
the player.
so I'm going to purposely fail my own throw.
I mean, he doesn't know that. Alright, so, are we ready to proceed?
Let's see what you got.
So, my associate, Mr. Seagen, one of the 7 who runs things around here, right?
Wait, isn't he Seagen?
No, this
Oh,
So
is
it's
this is
Pyth. He's
Steven.
Pyth.
this
Okay.
is Pyth.
Got
Stephen
it.
Pyth wants you to rob Hidmore State.
Hello, I'm Stephen Pye.
Hello. Mr. Seagen is one of the 7. He runs things around here. He's in control of the Westgate neighborhood. I don't know if he made it out that way. Pretty nice. A little exclusive for my taste, but what are you going to do? He's got a manor out in Crazewood, about a day and a half's ride from here. Okay? Now, I would like to hit this manor. I believe that Mr. Seagen, who keeps to himself, is very even-keeled, but also very reserved in his dealings. I am almost certain he's hiding something juicy in that house, so I want you guys to find it. And again, I'm not particularly paid. I'm not looking for anything specific, but I am looking for something good. Okay?
Could it be a secret?
Secrets are great. I would love a secret. The more the better. The juicier the better. We can use secrets.
Are you trying to get leverage on this man?
Absolutely.
Got
You
it.
understand already.
Yep.
Why don't you get it wedged then?
I take it he's one of the muscle.
He's the funny one.
He makes the jokes.
Does he
Is
not?
that a fact? Noel, is he the funny one?
It's an opinion.
Is that an honest opinion? No. Burberry's over here like.
I mean, okay,
Burberry's
wait.
learning things about your opinions right now.
Of the group, Barnaby maybe is the funny one, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
Lauren's
And
not like,
you
Lauren
can-
is silly, but she's not like a joke cracker necessarily.
No, I just do dumb stuff that makes everybody laugh. That's my role in the
Yeah.
party.
To be the fair, you can be the funny one without cracking a single joke. That is possible.
That's
True.
You're just the butt of every joke.
Or the balls.
He is one of the funny ones.
I see. Well. At any rate.
I consider myself more of an academic, but anyways.
Is that what that?
Got it.
I have thoughts about that, Barnaby.
At any rate, Mr. Seagen has a lot to try and maintain a level of neutrality in his dealings with the other wards. I would kind of like to force his hand just a hair. Get him in bed with me, Ranzal, Shirag. Really solidify that block. Maybe we can do something about these upstarts. You know what I'm saying?
You do know, well, you do mean figuratively, right? Because if you want him in bed with you, you could probably just ask.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Have you met the man? He's
No,
a handsome
hasn't.
fella.
He hasn't met me.
Have you cooked him a good meal?
See, Barnaby cooks
I
food.
have people for that, and so does he. It's kind of a moot point, cooking.
Well, clearly you haven't given them a good enough meal with a good bottle of wine.
Now see,
So wait. So you didn't answer the question. Literally or figuratively in bed?
Porque no los dos.
I don't see why not both. He is a handsome fella.
Out of character question. What were the names he just listed? He wants to get in bed with XX.
He wants Seagen to get in bed with himself, Ranzal, and El Shirag.
Renzal, Pyth, and El Shirag. Got it.
Because I certainly don't judge. Everybody likes who they likes.
Of course.
I like a little bit of everything.
Excellent taste, good sir.
Now I'm curious. How's everyone feeling about this proposal right now? Go quick before the spell ends.
I'm wary.
There's all you told us is a mansion. You haven't told us what the fortifications are, who's going to be there, what type of defenses he has.
We have actually had an encounter with one of the people adjacent to a pirate lord, and already there was a lot of security and guards and defenses.
It's pretty normal.
Right. I'm just saying that we are moving up a step in what we know, and it sounds like it's only going to get more complicated.
Potentially.
Out of character question, real quick. So he said that Seagen is a recluse.
He's reserved, not recluse necessarily, but he is reserved in his dealings, is what he said so far. Seagen is fancies himself as a voice of reason among the 7. He likes to sort of posture himself as sort of the central balancing figure amongst the various powers of the island, which, you know, It's kind of self-important, if you ask me. I think we could do something about that. So, that's where you come in. Get in, find something good, get out, bring it back. Pretty simple, straightforward objective.
Do you have any inklings of stuff that you don't have confirmation on?
I mean, I have a lot of rumors,
What are
but
some
it's
of them?
not a lot that I could back it up with. I mean,
Well, if
people
you have rumors, that gives us something to look for specifically.
Sure. I mean, you know, see, as I said, Seagen keeps himself, but I hear word, you know, when he takes on new lovers, I hear he has a number of business dealings around town. We can find something juicy regarding that. You know, I hear he's got correspondences across the Emerald Sea. You know, I'm given to understand that he is expanding his business ventures into foreign markets, which is, you know, something that could be good to know, seeing as how I also enjoy expanding into foreign markets. You know, having an edge on the competition is useful. It's valuable information. So, if you guys can find anything useful, grab it and get out. Pretty straightforward, as I said.
Do you know when he's specifically going to be in town?
Now, I can do something about that, and I did have a plan. More, what did I say? Oh, yes, please. One of the players will need to refill everyone's glasses. Or stepping back out of the circle. Do what?
As he managed to speak up, just a smidge.
Oh, speak up. Sorry. So a waiter leans in, refills everyone's glasses before kind of backing out and returning to his post kind of around the perimeter. Mr. Seagen, what was the question?
Where's he going? Like, is he going to be gone?
Yes,
Yes.
that. I have something for that. I can potentially lure him away from the manor for a period of time. Can't guarantee how long, but I can get him out long enough for you guys to at least get a night, you know, to make a move.
I secretly hope you're asking him out on a date. Wait, that's not very secret now, is it?
I may pop the question at some point in our meeting.
And you know
but-
that's the truth.
But, yes, I think I could potentially give you that opening.
He
I
might
do
pop
know.
something else, Burberry.
I do know that he
Sorry.
does have
He's nervous.
a personal bodyguard that he keeps with him at all times, so that particular measure of security will be out of the manor while Mr. Seagen is away, which is good. Now, I do have these. He'll kind of spread out a few papers on the table, and these aren't great drawings. These are by no means exact blueprints. They are pretty rough, sketchy, and in most cases, there is at least one, if not multiple, kind of discolored stains where some liquid or another has been spilled on them, sort of smudging the lines and wrinkling the paper further. A few have a couple rips in them. You get the impression these were probably drawn drunk. But what he has in front of you is a rough floor plan for what seems to be like a 3-story manor house, as well as sort of the rough map of the property, which itself seems to be primarily just like a rolling open sort of estate. There's some trees, like very cartoonishly drawn little trees on the map. There's what you're pretty sure are like rose bushes. He like scribbles at the base of the house, like around the perimeter of the house. And there's a few little like sort of either stables or garage houses. One of them has like a stick figure horse drawn outside of it. It's nicer looking than the house you met in Varison.
Okay.
You would assume the property, at least like if this is to scale, looks a little bigger.
Right.
And as Seagen
Whoever
starts
drew
sort of,
this was either drunk or really needs to take drawing classes.
that's hurtful.
And it's the truth.
Well,
I
it
think
might
these
not
are
be
great.
the truth, but it's the truth seen by me.
The waiter will step back up. Would you like another drink, sir? Please, thank you.
Can I get another one?
Of course not. he'll step away and very quickly pour some drinks and bring them back to you guys, set them down on the table.
You think he was hurt by what did you drew it? Is that why he's upset?
So did you draw that?
Yeah, who the hell it is?
You know, honestly,
I wanted you guys to have the best prep possible,
I think
alright?
this is
And on a
better.
short notice. I wasn't expecting to have this meeting tonight. You guys kind of just came into my life all of a sudden. I'm doing the best I can.
I don't know. I was gonna say you draw better than I do, so
And it
You are
does have a
huge, thank
lot
you.
of information on it.
I'll be the suck up, guys.
We need one.
So listen. So this is the main house. He's got a stable over here. There's some servants' quarters over here. Now, the grounds are pretty much always patrolled by a small group with dogs. He does keep dogs, all right? So, dogs are a concern. Now, moving past the dogs, the house itself, I am on good authority that Mr. Seagen has warded his manor, all right? Which I think is to be expected in a climate like this, right? You know, you don't want your shit broken into. This is a place where people like to break into shit. So, we do something about that. Mr. Seagen is no different. I would expect a standard array of arcane locks on the outer doors, as well as, I would imagine, at least one housemate running alarms along those doors. So,
Is that only on the first floor or on the whole building, you think?
well,
I would assume probably everything, especially things of importance.
Yeah, the most important stuff is going to be behind locks for sure.
oh, for sure, for sure. So, I would expect most of the exterior doors will be locked and warded. I can tell you, last time I was down that way, the windows along the first floor are barred. There is a second story balcony, which could afford you, excuse me, goodness, this is very bubbly. There is a balcony along the front and back of the house that could give you second story access. I would expect those to be locked as well. Just
I
as
mean,
a-
there's probably less people on the second floor than the first floor.
I would expect
If
less
less
eyes,
eyes
yes,
were-
absolutely.
yes.
Now the third floor, I believe, is primarily storage. I've never been up there, but I do know that there is a third story. You can see the windows along the roof up there. However, I don't believe there's much of value up there. I would imagine if it is a manor like many others on this island, it is probably storage. So,
But you could also put a bunch of important stuff there to throw off the tip.
it's possible, but that seems like a pain in the ass to pull down your crawl space ladder and climb up there anytime you need to get to your goodies. I would expect his goodies to be somewhere readily accessible but well hidden from prying eyes. It's how I would do business.
Just because we've had a similar experience in the past, is there any chance that he has some kind of like bag of Himlar issue that we might run into?
That's possible. That's possible.
Because I don't think anyone could really get past that.
No, and if you run into one of those, I wouldn't really be looking in one of those for something of that matter. I will say, in my line of work, the Bank of Himlar is not necessarily the best security measure if you're wanting to keep stuff absolutely positively secure from all prying eyes. They're not the most neutral party in the world, turns out. They have been known, in fact, to butt in on business where they really don't have any business. So, I don't really keep a bag myself. I would be surprised if Mr. Seagen did. If he's got anything, he's going to be securing it to the best of his own ability with people he trusts personally.
Fair.
Best way to do business around here, bar none.
I mean, it'd have to be a pretty big secret, otherwise he could just throw it in his wallet.
I mean, secrets come in all shapes and sizes. Whatever you can find.
I was gonna say, we sort of asked this already, but like, hypothetically, if there was one thing out of everything that you wanted the most, what would it be?
The one thing.
Maybe a golden back scratcher or something.
I'm not looking to rob the man. I want to blackmail him.
Would Nudie
Do what I say or the back scratcher gets it. There you go.
You know, if you do happen to find the identity of a lover, that could be useful. We can use that. If you find out that he is double dealing in any way, we can use that.
So pretty much what I'm hearing is
If
we
you
want to
can
find
something, I just need something to get to him.
so financial documents. That's what I'm getting.
The most important thing.
Yeah.
Potentially.
So it's really not about like theft, like you said. It's just
What if we steal
whatever
his most
the most
prized-
valuable thing will present itself.
Leverage is what we're looking
What
for.
if he has like does he have like a most prized possession
You know,
that he'd be very
I
very
have-
upset if it disappeared?
I have asked him this personally many times.
What if it's a gold statue of you and that's what he's like really upset about?
Oh, if only. No, I have asked this man on multiple occasions, and every time he gives me the most bullshit answer. It drives me up the fucking wall. The peace and prosperity of our fair island, Mr. Pythe. And I'm just like, gag. You're killing me. Have a drink. So,
Quick with that. So, Zone of Truth only lasts 10 minutes, and I started the timer when we started this conversation. It's been 10 minutes.
okay. So, you are no longer, you and
I
John
am Luda
are
Blackwood.
no longer under the duress of Zone of Truth.
I am old.
Pythe remains unfazed.
Thank God I didn't ask our names.
The
I'm not-
Blunderbuss twins.
For the record, I'm not telling him that it dropped. I'm hoping that he doesn't notice that it dropped.
It's fair. Okay. So.
You know, just announce that kind of thing.
Okay, here's a question. Is part of this going to be getting in and out without being noticed? Or does it really matter at a certain point?
You know, I'm not really too fussed personally. The important thing is getting away with it, right?
How do you feel about if we have to kill somebody?
Could come up.
Yeah.
Were you paying attention at all over breakfast?
I'm just clarifying because you're trying to make a little pact with him, and if we
I
kill too
mean-
many people,
I
maybe
mean,
he's also
listen.
still like, fuck you.
Whatever lives get lost has to be less valuable than what we take.
This is true. This
Unless
is
we
true.
kill everyone.
You guys have a good mind for this. You guys,
We're
Thank
the
you.
Blunderbuss twins.
Yep.
you catch it on quick. That's great. But yeah, no, it's got to be good what you find, right? Obviously, if somebody dies, he's not going to appreciate that. But you know, if he's in a position where he can't really protest on account of what I know,
Gotcha.
all
So if
that-
it's obvious, then make sure it's good.
That's the ticket.
Cool. Anything else you can tell us, or is that about it?
Is there any way where we can like see him ahead of time? Like not to talk to him, but just to get a vibe. Does he ever like go to like does he go to meetings? Does he go to certain taverns sometimes or whatever?
Well,
Also, would there be a building plan of his manor in like a local like library or something?
Oh. You needed like a detailed one.
Yeah, like a super detailed one.
I think you'd be
Well, I
more
mean,
impressed
most
to find a
smart
publicly
people,
available
whenever they hire an
blueprint
architect to
of
build something, kill them
one of
afterwards.
Seven's personal residences. No, I would
Okay.
not expect that. So I've done my best from memory. Okay.
Oh, so you've been inside there before?
I have. I visited. He has a lovely home.
The more we talk about this, the more I'm just picturing like scribbled crayon with like little spiral roses and reds.
Well, since you've been in there before,
It's charcoal pen, but basically.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've probably seen the arcane locks in action. So do you know for sure on some of these doors which ones have arcane locks on them?
I know the front door is locked.
Okay.
I know the cellar door is locked.
Okay.
I was under very close supervision. Was not allowed to wander the premises, so I cannot speak any further than that. But I would
Top
expect,
floor?
as I said, any primary entrance into the building will almost certainly be locked.
Okay.
And
And it doesn't have like a brothel on the first floor or anything, right?
no,
That's
Mr.
really
Seagen
convenient.
runs a very tight, clean ship, I suppose you could say. He has a very lovely home. As I said, lives alone.
What does he?
I'm sure he has callers, and I would love to know who they are. But no, it is. Honestly, thinking back on it, he does not have an extensively large security force, as far as I could see, for the most part. I mean, he's always accompanied by that personal bodyguard, big motherfucker. And he has a decent number of people on the lawn at any given time, with dogs, as I said,
Right.
dogs. And I know he keeps a pen for the night shift. So I would expect patrols along the perimeter, and I would expect patrols within the manor itself, but it's no more than a dozen guards on any given shift. And it's a fairly big estate, so, you know, I expect there will be opportunities to make your moves.
And there isn't necessarily a time limit as long as we whenever we need the distraction.
Soon would
So
be good.
if we got out there,
I mean next couple of days, like not like 3 months from now. That's silly.
because I think the best would be for us to go out there, scope it out for like a day, see what the rotations are like, then send word to you to get the
When the best time to draw him away would be.
yeah.
And
And then we can kind of plan that so that we know when to go.
Well, if you don't have anything pressing now, I could get word down there within the next couple of days and have him on his way up here in the next couple of days. So, you know, by the end of the week, I mean, he could be out of Crazewood, and you could be on your way down. You might pass him on the road.
I think we should go to the trees.
I'll go sleep first.
Well, I suppose
Yeah,
there is an
travels, they don't
advantage to
see
the
us.
fact that he's apparently
Oh,
hot.
gotcha. That would also 2 birds, 1 stone.
I mean,
You said he's hot. So, okay, hear me out. Give me the hunk level.
oh, honey.
Like a 1 out of 10 hunk.
Oh, Mr. Seagen. Yummy. I'd say at least like an 8 or 9. You know, he's up there.
Guys,
We have a point of comparison we could use here. Whose name I don't remember. What was the guy?
oh fuck, what was his name?
It was like a month ago.
Eris.
Varys. Comparatively.
You know Varys.
She knows him pretty well.
Yeah.
Bitch, please. Did you really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Would you like to be added to collection? I hear she's quite good.
That was a pretty good high note.
My-
Varys is pretty fun. You know, I think if Varys has a leg up on him in any fashion, it's in his youth. Hinmore is he's getting up there. You know, it's distinguished now rather than hunky, shall we say. But you know, it does not diminish the man's allure.
Okay, cool. So guys, I will, if needed, take one for the team.
Sure,
Not
thing
Well,
for
I
life.
have to say that's quite the
We can
sword
share.
to die on.
Roll persuasion check.
How noble of you.
Sharing is caring. Persuasion.
Do we need to get you like baseball cards
18.
of all of the 7?
The end.
I'll think about it.
Plus ones can be fun, that's all I'm saying.
You might even get a discount.
I'm coming around to the idea.
I wonder who's on top today.
So, any questions?
Do you have like a idea of what a minimum length of time he's going to be gone is? Like how much time it takes to get here from where he's at, and how much time it takes to get back? Like even if he just turned it back around immediately.
It's about a day and a half from here to Crazewood. So, at minimum, we get him up here. Takes him about 3 days to get here and back. Ideally, we keep him in town for a day or two. Keep him occupied.
I think best case scenario is like the day after we leave, that's when you send word. So then we're already up in the area. And that gives us time.
In, more drinks. So,
Are these alcoholic beverages?
I mean, it's whatever you've been drinking.
Cool. Alcohol.
Barnaby just opens up the visor and splashes it. Closes the visor.
Yeah, no, he's got like a drink cart off the side that's been tending and just kind of watching the meeting unfold and refilling drinks.
You look over at John, and it turns out he's been asleep with his eyes open this entire time. It's like there's a little bit of drool coming out of his mouth.
Can I get I want to do an insight check on the bar person.
Okay.
I'm intrigued to see how much he is listening to this, because I think he could just be someone like maybe.
Oh, like he's in it.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Because why would he have like a bunch of people around him, but then he has this one guy real close by pouring drinks.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
Oh, 16
plus 20.
Actually, I'm kind of
Plus
interested
6.
if anybody's actually noticed that John's asleep.
22.
22.
Actually,
Well, that would explain why he failed the roll.
before you resolve that, also, could I do like a perception just to see if anyone's watching or looks like anyone's sitting too close?
Yeah, sure.
It's not bad. 21 total.
21. Okay. So with a 21 perception and a 22 insight. Yeah, so Noelle, with that perception check, I think you would notice this guy with his drink cart is pretty much just posted up right outside. He's not wheeling it around, and you do see that there are other waiters who are pushing carts around and serving drinks to multiple tables. This guy's only been serving this table. He's been like right there outside the circle, just against the table. Beyond that, there's the handful of hotel staff that have been sort of standing perimeter around this table. They've pushed these surrounding tables away. Nobody is sitting near you. Nobody else is venturing near you. You guys have this corner of the dining room entirely to yourselves.
Okay.
With that insight, you do notice this waiter does seem to be paying an inordinate amount of attention to this conversation. He does seem to back off, stands like the others, sort of at attention, backs to you. But you do notice he does have the head cocked ever so slightly to one side, an ear pointed at the table. And he does seem very focused in his stance.
Okay. He's just popped up so many times throughout this conversation, and Jacob is making a point.
I'm just trying to provide some flavor, guys.
That's a good insight check.
And then, so I think the next time he comes by, I'll just be like, "Thank you so much for these drinks. What is your name? You're so good at this."
Marco.
Marco.
Marco's been with us for 2 years now, isn't that right, buddy? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, you're a dear, and then I'll hand him like a silver as a tip.
Thank you kindly. Pocket that and step away.
I'm going to whisper this person we're talking to.
You're gonna whisper who?
It's you.
Oh,
Stephen Pye.
Mr. Pye. Yes.
Yeah. On a slightly unrelated note, is spies a thing that happens between the lords a lot? Our spies are things that happen between the lords a lot.
His eyes kind of narrow at you for a moment, and then he looks to you, Aloran, and he glances over his shoulder at Marco.
I said that right!
Well, folks, if we're all in agreement, I think we have an accord here. I think we have a plan. We ready to take care of this?
Are you gonna say something? Because I don't have the insight you got.
I'm incredibly nervous, but at the same time super excited because it's something I've never done before.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. Well,
This is either going to end very badly or very well.
If you'll follow me, I've got some champagne in the back. He's going to stand up and begin walking away from the table. And as he does, you can see, as if sort of following the previous instruction, the guards sort of start to disperse away, seeing that the meeting is over. Marco starts to walk away with his drink cart. Looks like he's heading towards the kitchen. And Pythe appears to be following him. And he will kind of glance back over his shoulder at the group of you at the table.
I will...
What are you doing?
Can I? Oh,
I
no.
think I've just doomed a man.
Oh, fuck.
I want to do something. I'll pull Lauren aside real quick. I'll just say like, "Oh, Lauren, can you turn into a spider?"
Yes. I'm going to walk up to Pythe. I'm going to touch him. I will turn onto a spider, and I will onto his shoulder.
I was gonna play cheat.
Oh, okay, cool. Actually, no, that's better. Let's do that. And just be like, don't squish her.
Yeah, if we can we, is there anywhere we can get quick where she could be not seen directly by people?
I mean, you're in a dining hall. You could go up to the ceiling. You could go down on the floor under tables.
Lauren will be like, oh shit, I dropped something.
Yeah, just get under the table.
And crawl under
And
the
I'll just hold my hand out so for her to crawl onto it. And I'm gonna run up to Mr. Pythe and say, Mr. Pythe, I forgot something. And I'll just like put a hand on his shoulder real quick, and I'll just very carefully not squish the spiders.
Please don't squish him.
She just pops back out.
I don't know if you answered this. Is there like a place we could look up information about Mr. Seagen at all?
As you're doing this, Pythe is looking very intently at the back of Marco's head as he's walking, like following him. You kind of step up to him, like touch his shoulder, start talking, and he like kind of whips down at you, and like there's like this flash of anger in his face, just like this, like come on, like get with it. And he continues forward towards Marco.
Just say don't squish me, please.
And you are now on Pythe's shoulder, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, are you following any further than
Nope.
this? Okay. The rest of you are hanging back.
Yeah.
I will
I would
murder
best
Marco.
Joel and just say, did I just fuck up?
Pythe is following Marco. You are sitting on his shoulder watching. You can see as Marco is walking away, he glances back over his shoulder and sees Pythe following him. And there's like a flash of fear in his eyes. Like you just see like, oh fuck, that panic. And he begins rummaging around in his pocket. And you hear Pythe kind of raising a hand, shouting out, "Oh, Marco, one moment, please!" Marco quickens his pace, and he's pulled something out of his pocket and is like holding it up in front of him. Pythe is like power walking after him at this point. He's got a hand in his jacket, and as a spider up here, you can see he's got his hand on the hilt of a dagger.
I almost wish I transformed into something else.
I mean, you can stay hidden this way pretty easily, I think.
Yeah.
Recon, Alora.
Yes, this is recon.
Okay.
Am I not supposed to help Pythe?
Let's see how this plays out.
Okay.
Okay.
Give him a minute.
So Pythe has a hand on the dagger at this point. Marco's like power walking away. Hyde's power walking towards them. They're like both beelining for the kitchen, like through the waitstaff, kind of jostling tables as they go. You see Marco has something in his hand. He's like turned away and is no longer watching Hyde. He is very frantically like hunched over something in his hand, and very faintly over the din of conversation and cutlery clanking in this dining room, you can hear Marco saying something. He is talking up ahead. And as he passes through the doorway into the kitchen, Pythe quickens his pace and begins like just running into the kitchen after him. Just this burst of speed. Marco, not fully prepared for it, hears the footsteps behind him, and Pythe pulls the knife out, smashes into Marco, grabbing the hand, clutching whatever it is, and wrestles him into this counter full of pots and pans, like knocking all this shit all over the kitchen, spilling things onto the floor. It is this loud, cacophonous ordeal. And Pythe now has Marco knife to the neck, one hand around the wrist, and in Marco's hand you can see he is holding a small carved stone with what appears to be sort of like a hollowed out sort of face etched into it. And Pythe is now screaming, "Drop it! Drop it! Drop it, you piece of shit!" And he fucking like slams him against the counter.
Use your best judgment.
You see all the chefs in the kitchen are like, oh fuck, like they're like all backing up, like hands in the air, like nobody is fucking moving an inch now, as the kitchen goes dead silent except for the smashing again of pans and cutlery, as Pythe is now wrestling Marco. He's already like pressed the knife enough, there's like blood now drawn, dripping down into the shirt, and he is like, it's just this like wrestling match, this like nasty, bloody kerfuffle.
Okay, so I guess Lauren, I feel like at this point, she's gonna trick back.
Okay.
And she is going to probably yell at everyone in the kitchen and be like, "Get the fuck out."
So you just hop off, turn back into a Lauren.
Get the fuck out, pull a scimitar on the guy, take the stone out of his hand.
Okay, give me an athletics check
Okay.
to disarm this guy.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Very possibly Burberry.
11 plus 4.
A little bit.
11 plus
Just
4.
a little bit.
And I'll threaten him at the same time and be like, "If you don't give me this stone, I'll cut off your hand."
I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Pythe is helping.
14 plus 4, so 18.
18. Okay.
So I do actually have a scimitar that
Yeah,
Alorn
that's
has
true.
never used.
So Alorn suddenly appeared in the kitchen. It's like, "Everybody, get the fuck out!" Turns the scimitar on Marco. All the way to that, again, hands up. Nobody's moving. Everybody's just watching Pythe as he does this.
Okay. That's
But nobody is moving to interfere. Pythe again is like fucking shaking him, like slamming him into the counter. And you get in Marco's face with the scimitar, making this threat. Marco, this whole while, is shouting over Pythe. Pythe is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, just like totally popping off. Marco is attempting to very like get out the words. "He's trying to call you to betting witch," and you get the sense that he is still trying.
So I'm guessing I did not get the stone out of his hand.
Well, no, he is fucking iron tight on this thing. So if you want to cut, you can cut. But he is not responding to the threat. He is
I will cut his hand.
off.
No.
You like hack his fingers. Might drop it.
Yeah, I'll cut
Okay,
his
give me an
fingers.
attack roll.
Oh, it's a nat 1.
Shit.
I miss.
Okay. Well, you are like trying to like get in there and like pry the fingers. He is doing everything he can to just like get that thing out and continue talking. Pythe, in the meantime, like his face has gone beet red, veins pulsing. He raises the knife, and with a nat 20, just begins into Marco's chest. And the next word out of Marco's mouth, he's just the blood begins to pour down his chest. There's just fucking arterial spray like all over you and Pied, and the kitchen goes dead silent as Marco just slumps down the counter onto the floor.
Is he dead?
He's gurgling.
He's fine.
I am going to.
The hands go limp for sure.
I have a healing spell. Sorry, this thing is being done, and it won't let me.
I'm glad Burberry's not saying this.
I want to switch pages.
David, what's wrong with it?
But
You're an
I
iPad
can't.
man.
What are you trying to do?
It won't get rid of this enter text or formula. I can't get rid of that.
Y'all are robots.
Oh, we getting internet issues?
No.
You're a robot.
Didn't understand a word of that, except for no.
No.
I'm going
I'll
to
reconnect.
cast.
Wait, hold on, Johnny.
Okay.
Sorry. Reconnect, please. Thank you. Internet. The joys of Wi-Fi. I thought about bringing an Ethernet cable in here, but it would have been.
I probably should actually specify how much damage was just done. I can tell you it was a lot.
I love how
There's
There's
John-
no Wi-Fi required for looking him in the face.
That was a weird
I love,
sense
I
to
love how
join
John's
back
been
in.
asleep this entire time.
Are we back? Do we still sound like robots?
You're half back. You're half back.
How about now?
You're partially back. You're still robotic a bit though.
Yeah. Like it's not as bad as it was, but like
Testing.
probably about a 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3. What is it
Wait.
Yeah, sounds
Jesus
good.
Christ! How many
Sounds
dice did you
better.
just roll?
good? Okay, I see the video
All of
thingy, or the voice thing seems to have 3 bars now, so it probably was just the Wi-Fi being shit.
Okay.
So that is.
But thank you for letting us know. I'll restart it if we were robots again.
Okay, yeah. He is definitely unconscious and like gurgling on the ground.
Okay, I will cast Healing Spirit. I will tell Pyth, for the love of God, stop. We need information. And then I am going to heal him.
Okay. So how much are you healing,
I have.
Mr. Marco here?
I don't want to heal him too much. I think I have for Healing Spirit. It's.
Is that 3 charges or
I
something?
think it's like 3 or 4 charges.
It adds up to a thing.
Yeah, you can be pretty stingy with it if you want.
I'll do 2 Healing Spirits.
Well,
And
the
then-
moment he's conscious, he's gonna fucking run.
Oh,
It's
so-
a D6
Probably take the rock
per
first.
charge, basically.
Okay.
And you have 1 plus your spellcasting ability. So you would have 4 charges.
Okay, I will use 1 charge. I will tell Pyth to take the stone. Get the stone out of his hand. He's dead.
Hold him. And Pyth immediately fucking bends over, grabs the rock.
And then I'm going to. I'm like, and then I'll yell to the waitstaff, rope, bindings,
And a
twine,
mop, you motherfuckers!
something, for the love of God.
He's just tied together with sausage links.
Yeah, there's a couple of the burlier line cooks that both like as soon as this seems to be calming down, they're already moving. Like, yeah, all right. Like they kind of know how this is
Okay,
about
so-
to go.
While they're getting rope, I'm going to do 1 healing spirit so he
Okay.
doesn't die while we're getting the rope.
Yeah, he's like,
So he got 2 health.
okay. And Pie just yanks him by the collar, like, how long has he had you? How long has he had you? And Marco's like,
Wait for the rope. And get into before we start questioning him in front of a ton of witnesses that could also potentially be spies. We need to get him somewhere quiet and alone.
Pie's got this fucking wild look in his eyes, like, yeah, keep him up. Kind of looks at the rest of them. Anyone want to join them?
Did we hear any of this?
What the fuck?
So, Noel, you stopped out in the dining room. You watched as Pie was power walking and then sprinting after Marco. The door swings, Pie disappears behind it, and all of a sudden you hear muffled shouting, clanging of pots and pans, There's like a scream.
It's I imagine the door swinging, and then one time it swings, there's blood on it.
Yeah, like it swings open again. There's like some arterial spray, and you see some of the diners who are like sitting around there, like, oh my,
Good.
like there's some people like leaning into the
them with
book.
music.
I feel like for like the after episode, you see Burberry sitting at the table, like, and hearing all the shouting in the background, and he just goes, "I think I've made a mistake."
Whoops.
Oops. Did I do that?
Yeah. I was just trying to ask an innocent question.
So, Lauren, you are
Nobody's
currently
innocent.
overseeing the.
Assassination of Marco and trying to save a man's
I mean, you
life.
got the right idea, though. He does need to be alive.
So he is being bound up by the two line cooks before they sort of back off, just like hands off. They're like, we need to go wash up after, because they got hands covered in blood now. There's a couple of bus boys coming over with mops and buckets to like try and clean some of this up.
They don't get paid enough.
And one of the cooks will step over to Pi and say, "Do you want to use the signage?" It's like, yeah. Go get security. And one of the line cooks will step out and look into the dining room. So, Noel, you'll see this sort of brawny Goliath man. He looks like that one White House chef, the really ripped fucking guy. Really like tight white, vestments and this
Right.
tiny little hat on his big bald head.
Sure.
He just kind of pokes his head out and he gestures to a couple of the security guys who've been standing around your table, who have just been kind of frozen, waiting and watching, and they immediately like hurry in, and so you are joined by some of the security who is standing guard at the table. They see what's happened, immediately grab Marco, who has now got this nasty, still kind of seeping gash in his throat, but it's not fatal any longer. And Pi will say, "Get into my penthouse. I'll deal with them." And there we go, sir. And as they start to take Marco away, like further down the kitchen, he turns to you, puts a bloody hand on your shoulder, and he has just got like this spray like up this one side of his face.
No, how could you?
I am so glad you were there. I'm actually gonna get something out of this piece of shit.
Yep.
You guys, he's got the knife in his hands. You guys are good.
You didn't even know I was on you.
Tell your friend thank you for me, would you?
Yeah, I did all the work.
No, I think that is for Burberry.
Oh, gotcha.
If this is gonna fuck with the original plan, please let us know.
I think it's a bit of a non-starter at this
Be in
point.
touch.
Okay. Well, we're staying here, so.
I know where to find you.
Would you not say that with a nice head?
He's fucking storming off down the kitchen. So now, Aloran, you are left standing at basically the threshold of the dining area and the kitchen, spattered in blood, as the busboys are slowly mopping up the mess at your feet. It's like, excuse me, Mom.
Don't get paid enough for this. I don't get paid enough for this. What the fuck?
Better than doing whatever Marco was doing.
Pirate Island.
Don't be a spy.
And you see slowly the kitchen very awkwardly, nervously begins to reset itself, pick up their
I'm gonna
pots.
try it.
Restart
Be like,
cooking.
is there a place I can?
Yeah, there's a washroom up by the door to the main building.
Is it?
Just follow Pi.
Will people see me?
No. It's attached to the kitchen. It's for kitchen staff.
Did I have not done that?
Burberry walks up to Noel.
I think it worked out okay. For everyone but Marco.
Lauren will go clean herself, and I know she has another outfit, so she'll put on a more regular outfit than her pirate
excellent.
outfit
Okay.
until she can
Get it washed.
get it washed.
Okay.
But she does not have any of the medals or anything on her.
Fair.
Just her regular.
Just her normal outfit.
Yeah.
So you go wash up, change, and then you reconnect with the party.
Yeah.
She just kind of walks out, shell shocked.
Yeah.
Through the kitchen
Eyes
door.
are wide, people. Eyes are wide.
You want some steak? It's nice and juicy.
No.
Oh, there's alcohol.
Yes. Holy shit. I need 10 drinks. Jesus
Tequila
Christ.
over here for this one.
You should take them to go and we can go back up to our room and talk about what
Can I
just
just get a
happened.
bottle to go for the love of God?
You don't need it if you get the
So
steak.
you guys
It's
are
real
still
good.
like around
Yeah, we're like at
Pine's
the
table. Marco's drink cart is still just sitting there next to the table where he left it.
Lauren's just gonna throw a couple bottles and be like, that's for the shit
Does
I
Marco's
just
drink cart have tequila on it?
Of course, obviously.
Okay, she will take she'll take, if there's like 5 bottles, she'll take 2 of the 5 nice bottles.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean,
Let's
it's
go
a
to-
well-stocked cart, so yeah.
Barnaby
Maybe
picks
an
up his
extra
plate
one.
with his food.
Sure. Barnaby just got food delivered.
I just ordered this. I'm hungry.
I'm not gonna let it go to waste.
And Lauren will go up to the room.
Yes, let us go up to the room and talk about what the hell just happened.
It's nice and bright red in there. It's good steak.
Barnaby, please stop saying that.
It's good.
You're practically bleeding.
She twitches.
Nice and fresh.
Oh, Lauren, you got a little blood, right?
I'm gonna take a shower.
I'll
I'll
try
tell
to
you in
my
a second.
steak at you.
Alright, we go back up to the room.
I'll be like, I'm gonna go take a bath. I'll be back. I'm sorry.
I guess she doesn't like getting steak on.
So the party hurriedly makes their way out of the dining area into the lobby, up the stairs, into their 3rd-story room.
Then we wait for Lauren to take a bath because she's the only one who saw what happened.
Okay, and then Lauren will come out. And she'll be like,
So
I feel better.
you guys sit in silence on the bed until the Lord
I hope it was good. I don't know.
What was good, the bath or what I witnessed? Because the bath was okay.
The
But
steak was good.
what I witnessed was terrifying.
Okay, what happened?
We were trying to get the stone out of his hand, and then he just kept talking, and then Pyth just fucking started stabbing the ever-loving fuck out of the man.
Did you hear what he got through on the sending stone?
So what you caught
Yeah.
was he's going to call you to Betting Witch.
Okay. He's going to call you a betting witch. So that was 100% Mr.
Seagull?
Seagen.
Seagen.
That was 100% Mr. Seagen spy. So, our initiation, it has been spoiled.
Right.
So, that's definitely going to put a hunkering into it. But I revived the guy. Probably not great for Marco.
No, but
But it does... I will say
Alright.
that will give us brownie points
that's true.
for Pyth, because now he'll be able to get information out of him.
I mean, we knew this was the kind of thing we were getting into when we came here, so
Yeah.
I also have the feeling that those brownies are laced.
probably.
Yeah. So we don't do anything until that man comes back and he tells us what was said.
Unfortunately, even Marco being alive now doesn't really help us much. I mean, the information got back there that we were going to call him away, or at least Pyth was. So,
I mean, how attached were we to the idea of doing this anyway? Because we can always just cancel.
What were we getting out of this? I don't remember. It's been
To
a
get
month.
his
Secrets.
trust.
We were trying to get secrets.
No, we were trying to. But what was Steven gonna do for
He was
us?
gonna get us
He was going to introduce you guys to Ransel,
to Ransel.
because he is friends with Ransel.
What? Who's
Ransel
Sorry, I
is
need a
John's
refresher.
dad.
Okay,
Assume.
yes, Renzel is the ultimate
And
goal.
he's also the guy we're trying to steal to take back to the
Yes.
Eastern Alliance.
Okay. So we do need to be on Pyth's good side.
Yes. So, and I helped with that
Yeah.
in a morally not great way. So Lauren needs to go find a hunk. And y'all need to get out. I'm just kidding.
Get out of my room.
My room.
This is my room. I'm gonna fuck up. I'm just or you'll
We would know.
You're very loud.
everyone in the bathroom. I have company.
Everybody else in the bathroom.
Yeah.
We're all just crammed in there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can't really do anything actionable until we hear back from Pyth again, unfortunately.
Terrible person.
I guess this means we might have to do the break-in on hard mode with Seagen still there. assuming Python even still wants to do it, given what happened.
Yeah, that Marco guy was sketch as fuck.
I don't know how you picked that out.
Well, he just kept popping up, like, and he was watching.
He was the dirt server. They do that.
He was doing a good job.
I mean, I have to admit, I was surprised that he immediately beelined for Marco. I was just asking in general, because it seemed like a good idea to figure out if we had to be concerned from the beginning.
He was intently listening. I can tell you that much.
Well, you are the most insightful of us.
And honestly, I don't think he should have been popping up as much as he was, because none of our glasses were technically empty or close to
Yeah, I
empty.
didn't actually drink anything.
Yeah, he just kind of kept popping up.
There's just like a
I was
puddle in front
waiting
of
until after we
Wolverine.
get horribly drunk. It sounded like a fun idea.
I'm gonna cast Sending, probably.
Okay.
I assume I have a spell slot. It's been a while. Yeah, I've got plenty of spell slot. I'll cast Sending to Stephen Pythe. I'm gonna say, I am sure you're busy, but let us know as soon as you know more about what happened.
I already had that conversation with him.
Oh, and if he decides to kill him, save me a piece.
What?
piece?
What the fuck?
Burberry, what the fuck?
Barnaby lips off his visor. What?
He's still chewing on like a what? Piece of the steak.
Oh, it's just a way for me to feel less guilty later. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So you message Spy.
Or how about this? Something more tangible. I'll say, when's the soonest we can talk again?
The response you get is exactly.
I mean, she took a bath. It's been like half an hour probably at this point.
He's in the midst of torturing a man. Oh, and
I'm making progress. You'll know as soon as I know.
that guy needs to work off some steam.
He's doing it.
It's a little bad that I don't have any more Zone of Truth available. Otherwise, I'd offer to, make it so he didn't have to do all the extra work.
Well,
I would like to drink this bottle and
Neutral
pretend
party.
this day never happened and go to bed.
what time is it? I thought it was the morning.
No,
Well,
this is night.
To be
So
fair,
you met
to be-
him this morning for the first time.
Oh, and then we had the meeting
He was
tonight.
very hungover.
Right.
Wanted to sleep it off and come back to you guys fresh with his plan at the dinner.
Perfect. Lauren will take a bottle, lay in the tub, just stick it in her mouth, and it just slowly glugs down, and then she will
to be
pass out in the tub.
to be fair, Lauren, it was going to happen eventually. It only happened sooner. And technically, if it was anyone's fault, it was mine.
You just had to witness it.
Ed kind of pointed it out a little bit. That's why I asked what his name was and gave him a tip.
Right. I guess we're going to bed.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
It is
Good night,
late.
guys.
It's like 7 or 8 o'clock probably. It's dinner time. It's dark.
Yeah, Lauren just.
Is it dusk or not?
It's probably like... It's that level of dusk that is only just barely dusk. Like, you can still see the tiny vestige of sunlight on the horizon.
Twilight?
Barely. It's dark overhead otherwise. Stars are out.
That's some good fishing. I'm going fishing.
I'm gonna message Gerald and tell him I did a terrible thing.
Okay.
And I feel really, really bad.
Is that all you say?
I mean, did you?
Yes.
He didn't. All you really did was bring him back after he got
And
murdered.
for
I
him
mean,
to be
all of
tortured more.
look, that wasn't your fault.
But I could have just let him die, and then he would have never been.
Marco made bad choices.
I mean,
That's all I said.
Okay.
maybe he'll make it out the other side alive. It's all about how you deal with the situation you're in.
So
Maybe he'll offer to
the
counterspy.
reply you get...
Look, Noel, I'm
is-
trying to make myself feel better. Shh.
Yeah, sorry. The reply you get from Gerald is, look, I don't know what happens, because he didn't say. But
Only have 25 words. I'm also drunk
you
as
have
fuck.
survived some heinous shit, and I am certain you'll make it through whatever this is. You are
Lauren cries in the bathtub.
one of the most capable people I know.
Now she cries happy tears with her sad tears.
So, no context, but I believe in you.
Generic inspirational words to motivate you.
Lauren,
Good night.
I'm out. Lauren's gone. Do not
So
leave
Barnaby,
her.
you
Fish.
get together your fishing gear,
Yes.
get your tackle box, get your rod and everything.
Mhm.
Make your way out of the room
Okay, turn down the
and
heater
down the stairs.
or something. I'm warm, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Plop on my fishing hat over my helmet.
Over your helmet, your fishing hat.
Yep.
Did you guys ever wake up? Did you guys ever wake up John?
We
Get him
woke
out of
up.
Is John still
Starting to
asleep in
leave,
the
yes.
dining room?
He looks
I
so
was like,
peaceful.
No one ever woken up yet.
Nah, so whenever we leave, John just gets a whisper in his ear that says, John, breakfast is ready.
I literally, my earplug or my headphones came out during my. I didn't hear what you said.
I said, John, breakfast is ready.
I'm too.
We're going upstairs now.
That's 3.
Breakfast.
No, I'm 3.
Three's not
Well,
plugged in
technically
to
it's dinner
anything.
now,
Oh,
because
I
it's
guess
like
it is.
6 o'clock, but you know, I think that you wake up
I'm
just
getting
for breakfast.
feed from 3.
Yeah, you're right.
John's a little disappointed.
Oh.
I mean, you can still have breakfast. I'm sure they would give you a full spread of eggs and bacon.
Big.
Actually, you know, forget the eggs, just double the bacon.
So
John's
Barnaby,
gonna have bacon now.
John's gonna have some bacon. Okay. So John, you and Barnaby walk downstairs, part ways. John goes back to the dining room to get bacon. Barnaby, you head out the front door and begin making your way alongside the building, kind of walking parallel to the ocean towards the beach to begin fishing. And as you're walking, you hear behind you.
Hi, Marco. Bye, Marco.
You look behind you, and splattered on the pavement, there is a lump of clothing and flesh. It looks like it's wearing the uniform with the waitstaff, but it is extremely bloody. And there is a massive just across the pavement where the head probably was at one point.
It's probably nothing.
Gross.
It's okay, I'm not
Let's do
there.
a big step over it.
Ew.
Don't want to get my new boots dirty.
Oh no. What have I become, y'all?
You hear very distantly overhead, I didn't see you! I am so sorry!
Don't worry, you didn't get the boots dirty.
If you look up, you will see Stephen Pye, shirtless, panting, wide-eyed, like fucking 10 stories up, like leaning over the balcony manically, like looking down, just kind of like, I'm so sorry.
You're good. You want to go fishing with me?
Fishing!
He tried to do the Batman interrogation, but it slipped.
Fishing sounds good. I'll be right down.
All right.
Did you grab me a piece?
Barnaby grabs it, leans down and grabs just a pinch.
Pinch of Marco.
Puts it in a little baggie.
It's just like a fragment of skull with
Wait,
some
wait,
eggs
wait, I have
stuck to
so
it.
many questions.
Well, there's something in there.
Oh my god.
I don't know
Okay,
what.
Well, Lauren's getting drunk and John's getting bacon and Barnaby is fishing. Burberry's having a long talk with himself.
I love how John is just blissfully ignorant of all.
John has not caught on at all of the, like, hasn't read the room and has not gleaned what is being talked about at all. It's like, I'm hungry, I'm getting some bacon. So Barnaby, after a few moments, not a few moments, it's probably like 10 minutes. Eventually the front doors to the hotel open, and striding out with a very large ornamental spear is Stephen Pine. Shirtless. He's got his shirt back on, but it's not buttoned. It's just like waving in the wind behind him as he's frantically walking towards you. And there's just like blood and sweat just streaked down his chest. He's got it like, again, it's in his hair. He's got like this matted, horrible mess.
Get fucked by Stephen Pine.
And
He's like, oh, this fishing was nice. This swing both ways.
he comes striding out, spear over his shoulder. He's like, Barnaby, my man, let's go.
I learned
I
to love
need-
Stephen Pine when he stopped being a crazy
You look like a
guy.
man who knows what he's doing. That's
I need a breather.
why I go fishing.
Yes, sir. Let's go. I know just the spot.
Lead the way.
He
It's
will.
gonna be hunting people in the streets. What's you? Oh, I got one. Your turn. Jeez.
He will begin leading you towards the pier, not far from the hotel. Meanwhile, behind you, you see some of the hotel staff, a couple members of security, have kind of followed Pi out at a distance and are now in the process of cleaning Marco up off the pavement. But Pi will lead you off to a fairly nice little dinghy. It's like one of those little speedboat looking kind of like it's lacquered and shiny and new. It's got this nice like gold trim along it. And he is going to sit down with his spear. He's going to start fiddling with this device at the back. And very slowly, he is going to take this boat with you out to sort of the middle of the bay.
You're alone in a boat with a man that just tortured a man and threw him out
Oh,
the
I'm
window.
fine.
I could take him.
He's just a big old pussycat.
Don't say that to him, please. For the love
And he's sitting there with this very like glazed look in his eye, like the wind's whipping at his hair, and he's just like, there is nothing like the sea, my friends. I tell you.
Man after my own heart.
Amen to that. What was it again? Mr.
Barnaby's
He wasn't calling you Barnaby. He's calling you Mr. Shrimp.
Yes.
You guys haven't told you. It's like, Mr. Shrimp, let's go fishing.
Yes.
So he gets you into this boat. He starts leading you out into the middle of the harbor, and eventually he starts bringing the dinghy to a stop. And you guys are just kind of like in the middle of Beddingwich Harbor here. You can see kind of the ships all along the harbor coast here, all the lights of the city around you. But out here, it's quiet, it's dark, there's a gentle breeze wafting in your direction. And Pi is just sitting there very pensively with this spear across his lap. Well, Mr. Barnum, Mr. Shrimp, you ever been spearfishing?
I did once until I almost took off one of my toes. And then,
You've got to be careful about that, Mr. Shrimp.
yep.
You've only got so many of those.
Oh, I'm well aware. I already missed another one of the family members here, too.
Look at that.
I'm kind of
Well-
glad I was half expecting Barnaby to say, "Oh, I know about that. I only got 6 left."
Oh no.
Well, let me tell you, down here, there is a rich ecosystem. Seaweed, all manner of fish, and shark.
Ooh.
You ever had shark, Mr. Shrimp?
I'm more of a shrimp man myself.
I couldn't tell. Well,
I'm sorry.
the best way to lure a shark
Shark,
is
shark,
with
shark.
fresh bait. And he will reach into his pocket and
Oh
pull out.
no, Marco!
He will pull out a hand. And he is going to on the end of the spear and just start wafting it around, stirring it in the sea beside the ship.
How are you feeling about this, Barnaby?
Barnaby's fine.
Okay, cool.
How's David feeling?
Yeah, how's David feeling?
I'm just trying to picture Jeff Goldblum doing this, and this is amazing.
So what are you doing out here now?
What are you doing?
Yeah, right?
I went here to fish, and I'm going to fish. So since he's got it on one side, I'm probably just going to be getting up my lures on one side and getting ready to cast out the other side, way out in the distance.
Okay, that's fair. A traditionalist, I see.
Oh yes.
We shall see who is the victor tonight. As he continues stirring the sea with his hand spear. So, I'm going to say give me a d20 roll.
D20. All right. This one gave me a nat 20 earlier, so let's see if it's nicer with me. Do I add any bonus? Because
I would say add dex, but I think you have the same dex.
I have a +5.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So-
dex.
That is a 15.
15, okay. You give it a couple casts. You're not really getting a lot of bites. Behind you, however, you hear this chuckling grow into and you just kind of glance over your shoulder, and you can see Pythe stirring the sea like an ancient god, wild-eyed, as multiple fins are now circling in the water in front of him.
Oh, so that's where all my fish is.
You must be more daring in your exploits, Mr. Shrimp. Come closer.
I honest to God wish I could see this version of Stephen Pye. This would, like, low-key be less traumatizing. Even out the stabby murder.
And as he is stirring, he is reaching behind him and pulling out the bloody dagger that you saw him holding earlier. And no sooner has he done that than he pulls back, stabs deep, and is immediately whoosh, yanked into the water. And what you
This man alive.
what you see is a flurry of splashing, garbled back devils. And in the dim moonlight shining down on the water, you can see a glowing cloud of blood spreading around
What if he
your
just
little
died
dinghy.
right here?
The end of Stephen Pye.
And he died the way he lived.
Covered in blood.
And you were the last one to be seen with him.
I'll pull him in with the shark.
I don't
still
know what
attached
happened
to
to
him.
him. He fell in with the shark.
I'll pull him back in with the shark still attached.
And Barnaby, I'll say you will see something. One of the sharks breaks off and just swims away. The water goes still. The thrashing stops, and a few moments later, success! And he grabs the side of the ship and begins hauling himself back in, just drenched. The blood from his face now beginning to wash off in the seawater.
feel like
And
it'd be kind of
he's like grabbing with the spear, like trying to hook this thing as he starts pulling the shark up into the boat with you.
I will help him if he needs it.
Yeah. How long do you want to stay out, Mr. Pye?
How many
See-
sharks is going to be in the boat by the end of this night?
Well, I can't let him just show me up, so
Barnaby's going to
He sees you contemplating. He looks down at the shark, looks back to you with a big smile. Your turn. And he hands you the spear.
This is how we befriend Pye.
I would be honored. And I grab the spear.
All right, give me another d20 roll
Another D.
with dexterity.
17 plus 5, 23 or 22.
22. Okay, not bad.
Do you take off your plate mail first before you...
I can swim in this plate mail.
It
It's
is actually,
mariners
yeah,
on
he
it.
has it enchanted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then have fun.
So I just step off and just boom.
You take the spear. Pye reaches into another pocket. He pulls out a foot and over the end of the spear, he said, "Just as I did. Go for it." So you follow his technique, and sure enough, within a few minutes, you see the fins begin to circle again. He says, "All right, now's your chance. Go!" When he pushes, and you into the water. And you hear garbled through the water, "Get him!" And you see under the water these sharks that were circling you are now like fighting for the foot at the tip of the spear. And with that 22, you engage them in a fierce melee, fighting off one and skewering the other. All the time you can hear over...
Oh, you're checking off something on a bucket list?
I'm checking. I am going to add some punches into there.
Okay, yeah, sure. Some punches?
Oh, yeah, because you had one punch
Yes.
short.
So, like, reeling back to punch the shark, and you hear garbled through the water overhead, "Oh ho! He has some fight!" And before long, you've beaten the shark in submission, skewered it, and broken the surface of the water. And Pied is just leaning over the side of the boat in amazement, like, why? Just the smile has gotten even bigger, and he's just like, "You can swim in that." And he'll reach a hand down to grab yours and haul you back into the boat.
Mama didn't raise no wimp.
No, she did not. And yeah, you will spend a decent chunk of time out here in the dark spearfishing sharks with Stephen Pine before he is finally like so winded. Like he is trying to keep the energy up, but he's definitely like after this like 3-hour marathon. You guys have like 4 sharks in the boat. He's just like, I think I'm good for tonight.
I think that's a good note to end on.
Noelle wakes up from her tub of sleep.
Oh, Lauren.
Yeah, and she goes to Noelle. Noelle, drink with me.
Do it.
Drink with me, blunderbuss sister.
And as we start to go back, Barnaby's just going to pull out a roll of paper and check.
What's that you got there?
Oh, it's a bucket list.
Another man of adventure.
I just succeeded on one.
What else have you got on that? He's actually genuinely curious. He's like looking over your shoulder to read your bucket list.
Let's see. Fight and or wrestle a tiger. Now again, all of this does have to be all natural. It can't just come to me. Punch a bear, punch an eagle. Go dog sledding. I heard that's fun. Get sucked up by a tornado. Heard that'd be interesting. Oh, dive to a shipwreck. I was going to ask you if that might be something I could do around here.
We have shipwrecks.
Ooh, I would like
Lauren
to do
would
that.
be super interested.
The other one, I don't think I'm going to get that sometime today, and that's pet a shark.
Should start with there.
Well, technically, pet a shark.
I'd call that a success.
I'll think on it. And then one of the other good ones is, let's see.
What's the one that's like strangely sexual?
Oh, I already did that one. No, that was have a one night stand. I did that one earlier. That was Killer on Her Feet. I don't recommend it.
Do you say that's a pyth?
Yes.
What's Pyth's reaction to that?
And then face my deepest fear and then punch it. I
was
was able to face it, but I couldn't give myself to punch it. That was a dark day.
It's like, wait, back up. One night only. Is that a recent accomplishment?
Yes.
My good Mr. Shrimp.
What?
He seems utterly amazed. Have you really ever partaken just once? Just the once?
Well, yeah, I got tired of standing at the end of that, so that's about how it went, so wasn't really that thrilling.
My dear man, he'll put a hand on your shoulder.
I
I can show you pleasures the like of which you have only dreamed.
I think you could have that much fun standing.
You'd be surprised.
But now
You just
I am a
wait.
little
Once
intrigued.
this is all blown over, you and I are going to hit the town.
Pyth is in for a treat.
Barnaby's just muttering to himself, wouldn't I be standing? I'd be walking. Anyways.
So, you guys get back to Doc. He is regaling you with more tales of his exploits, and they are very clearly sexual in nature. You are starting to get what he's talking about here. How he's going to hook you up. As you guys hop out of the dinghy, he's like, we'll get the help to deal with this. Don't worry about the shark. And he'll just arm over your shoulder, or as best he can, continue to like kind of hobble back towards the hotel, dripping wet still. And you guys make your way to the lobby. He tells you, well, Mr. Shrimp, I hope you have a phenomenal night's sleep. I am going for a drink. But I'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Absolutely. And he will break off and begin walking towards the dining hall, spear over his shoulder, whistling a little jaunty tune. As he does, you'll see one of the maitres of the hotel is going to walk up to him and say, Mr. Pye, Harris was here for you about 3 hours ago. He's like, I'll talk to him later. It's not important. I want a drink. She's like, absolutely, sir.
Oh, Varys. Please tell the Lord.
And yeah, you're free to return to your room.
Yeah, I'll come back up to my room.
So, Barnaby...
Could you imagine how bad it would be if the other server was like, I would, but I can't find the drink server.
That reminds me, we need a wanted out new waiter. Starting position. 3 gold a day.
It's pretty good rates.
Good, right?
That was pretty
Good.
good. So, Noelle, did you take Aloran up on her offer?
Sure. I'll have a drink.
Late night drinks.
Yep. Aloran couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I was having trouble too. Weirdly.
Barnaby just walks in, smelling of blood and ocean.
Barnaby, what the fuck
Is
were
that a
you doing?
shark bite?
There's like shark bite indents on your
That's just like a bunch of teeth.
Only a few.
Did you?
He bit me, I punched him, so you know how it
Hey,
goes.
There you go.
There you go.
I did. Didn't get to pet one though.
I would offer for you to come join us for a drink, but I know you wouldn't like that.
You are correct.
Would you like a drink of water?
That I would. Salt water is not the greatest.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Well, I guess I am.
Oh, is Burberry still awake?
Burberry's still having a long conversation with himself.
I think they're off on their own for a little bit.
How? You want to give him this, and he just holds up this little squishy bag.
Ugh,
They asked for that.
it's dripping.
Yep.
Let's
Probably.
just put that in a glass and set it on the counter and not be seen like that.
Take the water cup I had at Barbara. Just
Oh, great bag.
I'm gonna give this to them.
It just starts to get a little light pink
Yeah,
color.
there's just like a red mist filling.
And Lauren looks at it and is like, I'm out. I'm gonna go get that drink now. Come with me. What is your...
Luna?
Luna, my blunderbuss
Oh,
twin.
let us go get a drink.
And she'll hook arms with you and start skipping.
Are you going down to the dining hall for
I
drinks?
guess we're skipping
Yep.
to the dining
Barney
room.
was just about to start talking, and then they got up.
Wait, what did you want to say to us?
I was gonna say about Varys being here
Oh.
3 hours ago.
She had alcohol.
Wait, does Varys have any connection to Hive?
Yes,
Do we
they're
know?
like, I think they're in cahoots. I think it's Ranhall, from what I got from Pyth, it's Ranshall, Pyth, and
Lushrog.
Shrog, because that's the hobgoblin, right?
Elshrog? Yeah.
Sorry, I think it's supposed to be Lushrog.
Oh.
And then it's like the other three, and then
Oh, okay, so
Seagen's
they
like
would-
the middle. Yeah.
So, yeah, they would have reason to have business dealing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
She'll just be like, oh, well, he's not
I'm
here.
gonna double check this Sharog thing just to be sure. La Sharog. It should be La
Oh,
Sharog.
I probably just misheard you.
I probably
Sharog,
misspoke just because
Sharog.
it's a fucking pronoun.
Whatever will be, will be.
The future's too soon to see. Lest you fall off buildings.
La Sharog, La Sharog.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to the dining hall.
Okay. So as you guys make your way downstairs, you
It's
pass.
pretty late at this point.
Yeah, it's late. The hotel's pretty quiet. You can still hear some like shouting and drinking in like the game hall. But as you make your way towards the dining hall, that noise quiets down, and the only sound you can hear coming from the dining hall is muffled piano and singing. And stepping inside, you see a handful of patrons sitting at tables with drinks, probably gamblers, just taking a break. And at the opposite end of the dining hall from Mr. Pye's private booth, you see seated at a grand piano with an open bottle up on the spot.
Yeah, the piano
Up,
thingy.
up above the piano part,
Yes.
the keys. You see Pye drunkenly, oh, like just this fucking garbled sea shanty, pausing at inopportune moments to grab the bottle, take a swig, set it down, and then continue playing.
So Noel, do we interact or we just go into the...
Ladies! How are you this
Hi!
fine
Spear.
evening?
We just heard from Barnaby that you went fishing.
Yes! Barnaby!
Shrimp.
Mr. Shrimp, you know.
Mr. Shrimp.
It's been a month, okay, guys? I didn't even remember you were fucking Mr.
Who's Barnaby?
All I
I was
remember-
fishing tonight with Mr. Shrimp, a fine gentleman and a scholar and an excellent fisherman.
Are you gonna start telling us if we say the wrong names?
Once we get back in the swing of things, no.
Okay.
It's just like, I drew a Barnaby once.
I feel like Plum would be pretty hypocritical for criticizing us getting names wrong.
Considering I just fucked up Lost Rock, yeah.
That's really fun. That's exciting. We heard all about it from Barnaby.
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Shrimp.
yes.
Mr. Shrimp. Fuck.
Immediate.
It's immediately fucked
The
up.
shrimp.
Yes, Mr. Shrimp is a phenomenal fisherman. Next time, you two should absolutely join us. It would be a ball.
I would love to see Noel do that.
It would certainly be interesting.
Don't worry, I'll be in there with you. I'll make sure you stay alive.
Drinks. As he kind of fucking stumbles up to his feet and snatches something off the drink cart next to him and just starts waving bottles
I
around.
guess we're doing
Yeah, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Have a seat.
Well, let's not do anything too crazy, shall we? Just kidding. You know me.
Now, tell me. Do you sing?
I do.
Excellent. Do you know this one? Oh!
Do I know this one? Or whatever it's supposed to be?
Okay, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
That's what he wrote
11?
himself.
11.
Third part. I think I know the chorus.
It sounds like a sea shanty you've heard once, maybe. There's a melody.
I can distract with dancing.
You're just like. Yeah, Pine's just got eyes on you, and he's just like. He thinks he's doing like the smooth piano man thing, but he's just banging keys, like barely getting the chords.
Is he still quite bloody?
No, he is very salty smelling, and there's a nice wet like spot of carpet underneath his chair,
Good.
where he's just been dripping seawater.
I feel like this is about the point where Burberry comes down.
Okay, Burberry comes down. It's like 3 a.m. and sees Noel and Lauren entertaining a drunken Stephen Pye at the piano.
We all have to do our dues. Barnaby spears shark.
He's still banging
I
keys.
must say, we'll have very odd
We have odd what?
dues.
Oh, dues.
Don't worry. Come here, Burberry. Dance with me.
To find the drink!
Oh, I have like zero coordination, I'm
I
afraid.
got you, Boo Boo. Trust me. And she'll like do a little, little bow.
So there's every once in a while you'll see a moment where the bottom does something that the top does not want to do, and this is
Flying off balance a little bit.
I see the good brother has been enjoying a few libations tonight.
Yes, I have.
Nell's gonna play the lyre alongside him.
Okay.
She could probably suss out what the tune's supposed to be.
Give me a performance check.
And
Does she match the energy where she just strums real loud?
Sounds for what? We're doing it, y'all. Did I do it?
performance, that's 16.
16. Okay.
Do I talk Barbarian to dancing with Adorn?
Really?
I talked in half of them.
Badly.
Well, you managed to convince the bottom half, so you're fine.
Sweet.
That's the part you need.
Yeah. So Pilot rolled 11. He's making up for his lack of coordination with just a lot of gusto
Yes.
and enthusiasm. Noelle has coordination. She is not
I'm
nearly
going to
this
try to
trashed.
not manipulate him, but just sort of try and guide him towards the melody a little bit, and maybe calm it down a little.
I think when you get that delicate lyre in there, you can tell he does have a sense for performance. So he
Tell what he's
immediately
supposed to be playing.
he immediately slows down and gets a lot more deliberate with his keying.
I think
Right.
this is more the tempo you're looking for.
Yeah. And it sort of intuitively sort of follows you. He still was ding 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 ding. There's a handful of them.
Noel's like, I'm gonna kill him.
Eye twitches every time he hits a wrong note.
Meanwhile, he's gone to one hand and just grabbed the bottle, just you are all ravishing tonight. It takes a long drink.
He's not wrong.
Continue.
Always ravishing. Ferris. I don't say that.
He's just gonna get drunker and drunker. You can tell he is just drinking and partying alone,
Sort of.
or
Okay,
with you.
so if this continues at 3:30 or 4,
Mhm.
Burberry's gonna pop up and say, I came down because I woke up and no one was there, and if we want to get a decent night's sleep, it would probably be better to go to bed soon.
No. We've got to see the sunrise.
In 3
It's
hours.
beautiful. The sunrise in Redding Witch is like no other I have ever seen.
Too bad our room doesn't have
Yeah,
a
we
great
don't have
view.
a sun window, unfortunately.
Stay here. The dining hall looks out over the sea.
That's true, it does. But we should probably...
Libations! He grabs more drinks. Don't. Slams it down in front of everyone.
I think we might need to get some sleep.
To a night
Or...
like no other.
Cheers!
Take what you can, give nothing back. And he just fucking downs the whole
Alright,
bottle.
Johnny Pit.
Yeah.
I think
like-
if I cast Lesser Restoration, it would only make the situation worse, so I'm not going to do that.
Does he seem like he's gonna pass out from how fucking drunk he is at this point?
He is on a bender.
Started with Marco.
I will say, give me an insight check.
Sure.
Could I also get an insight check?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good roll.
I think it's a 17.
21.
21. Okay.
I believe I have a good solution for this. Would you like to
16.
see a magic trick?
Of magic.
16.
16. Okay. 16. Warren. He seems like a partier. I don't know if you've caught that or not yet, but at this point, we'll say canonically it is beginning to sink in. If you haven't already. With a 21, Noelle, I will say, having spent as much time with Mr. Pine as you have so far, just looking at his complexion, and the state of his body, in comparison to this very idealized portrait of him out front, this man is a consummate alcoholic, and it looks like he does this very frequently.
Got it.
Good chance that he can just keep going.
So egging him on, not the strategy.
Probably not going to knock him out.
Well, what does Burberry have in mind?
Magic trick.
Do we need to collect more
magic, he
flesh
says.
from a man?
All right, so Burberry gets like a small bauble that he has carrying around, like a small rock or a dice if you're me,
Sure.
and like throws it on the ground and casts fog cloud, and then just messages the other guys, just head towards the door, just leave.
You smoke bomb our way out of this one?
Oh! you just hear this shouting. As he like stumbles into the piano. What are you guys doing?
After I see everyone leave, the smoke cloud is like out of the room. I'll drop the spell so it dissipates and no one's.
It's not the worst idea. Yeah, I'll back out. I'll try.
Okay,
Try to sneak away.
I'll say give me stealth checks with advantage. Everyone is
I
trying
could
to.
take one for the team, yo.
You gonna stick to it? Are you sure?
I don't know. We'll see how bad this is.
Fucking God.
Why am I rolling so bad? I think my stuff's like a 16, so
That's a
technically
whopping 12.
I got a 13.
12, 13,
I got a 16.
16. Barnaby.
He's not there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's up in the room. Well,
John's
Steven
still
rolled
eating
a 3.
John has eaten all of their bacon at this point.
Oh, John has been in the dining room this whole time just watching. Doesn't look like a huge plate of bacon.
More bacon!
There's just a chef. Please, sir, not the tray.
Another stashes tray on the floor.
It bounces. It's like a silver tray. So yeah, Burberry casts this fog cloud, and Pi shouts in a jubilation, stumbles back into the piano, and you all very quickly amscray out of the dining hall.
And once we're out of earshot, I'm gonna cast something and I'm gonna say to Steven, abracadabra.
At that point, the fog cloud drops, and you just hear very distant, like, bravo!
Is it wrong to say that I can't believe that worked?
That was really clever, actually. Bro.
Ah! You hear glass shatter. And John, you would see, Steven has finished a drink, thrown it down into the floor next to him, and is now just drunken, like, no! Stumbling for the drink cart.
Oh, I forgot John.
John's in there eating bacon.
He'll be fine.
I don't think Steven has noticed John. Steven
John's
is
just
just...
scarfing down his bacon.
Yeah.
You got nothing to do with this.
Yeah, John's been like seated like up against the wall near the kitchen, and there's a handful of other people in there that are just like chilling and just letting Steven do what he does.
Right.
So kind of innocuous.
If I have a chance, can I stop by the front desk and see if there was a note or something? Just in case.
Okay.
Just.
So you stop by. The night watch is
He was a hot Triton
I
man.
understand.
this. This
Do
little,
not judge me.
This little halfling man standing on a little footstool, just kind of watching the dining hall the whole way, listening to the drunken.
Please don't come over here.
And you guys come walking out, and he just kind of looks at you guys as you walk up. How's he doing in there?
I think you already know.
It's the usual.
Well,
On a scale of 1 to sheet to the wind, I'd say he's met 1 sheet on the large clothesline. If the clothesline can only hold like 2 sheets.
I'm not familiar with the expression, but
That's
I
very
imagine it's
confusing
pretty
analogy.
far.
That one definitely did not hit.
I've got it. And I'm not in there.
Is there anything I can do?
Is there a message for this room number that I totally remember?
For Opal.
310.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't have anything here for you. Anyone 310? No.
Alright, let's go.
Where are we going?
I think we should go back to the room to go to
Bed.
bed for the
Bed.
night.
Bed.
Okay.
It's been a very long day for some of us.
I just
It's a very
wanted
long night.
to clarify.
Okay.
If
So,
something did happen.
with the night winding down, I'll say eventually the party will meet back in the room and eventually get some time to get some sleep. And
Knock,
this
knock.
is probably the spot to take our break.
All right, going to break.
After a very long night, you guys will eventually converge back on your hotel room and make your way to sleep. It's a late night. The sun is probably just beginning to shine, like brighten up the sky a teensy tiny bit by the time you finally get your heads down on pillows. And you're only asleep for about 4 hours before boom, 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 boom on your door.
I'll get it. Opens the door. Hello.
So Pi is standing there.
Sunrise.
Can I come in? He is
Everyone not nude?
bleary-eyed.
Give me like 5 minutes.
Alright. Holler when you're ready, and I'll step outside and close the door.
Alright, yeah, I'll get myself composed.
They just need like 5 minutes.
Sure.
Alright, we're going to go.
How'd you guys wrap up your night? You disappeared. That was a good trick. Do it.
She said we had a big orgy.
Oh no, you didn't invite me.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, invite me.
Alright, we open the door.
Ah, excellent. He'll push his way in. So, he's like still just sweaty, like pale, bleary-eyed.
Clearly hasn't slept.
Oh yeah, no, he's been up drinking and carousing all night. So he fucking like just sits down in bed, throws himself down, tosses his hair.
He sits on
The
John's
shirt's
lap.
gone again. So, I'm about to hit the hay, but I wanted to touch base with everyone before I did. So, obviously, our plans are a little, fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Sound like it.
Good word for that. Talk to Marco. Right? Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you. Missed on the bus. Thank you so much. No, Marco is no longer with us. But before he left, he saw fit to inform me of exactly what was said to his former employer,
I'm guessing it was Mr. Seagen.
Mr. Seagen.
Yeah.
Got it. You got it.
Wouldn't that make you also a former employer?
I most certainly won't be providing any references for him in the future, however.
Well, I don't think he'll need him. He's already got, a glowing record.
He won't be.
Lauren laughs at them. She's like, oh, that's fucked.
What was I saying?
What did you learn?
Yes, Marco, intelligence. I've learned things.
Yep.
That Marco said.
When he does the nose thing, she looks at Noah just like, cookie.
So, bad news, good news. Bad news, Seagen knows that I am looking to make a move. Good news, Margot did not manage to inform him about the lot of you. So, you are still
Usable.
incognito. You got it. So, I'm going to be sleeping on this, and I will figure something out. In the meantime,
Funny, so will Marco.
Burger. 2 pint, you're going to be the end of me. I have not had enough sleep to deal with this.
and I will leave you to it
My
momentarily.
apologies.
In the meantime, try not to get yourselves into too much trouble without me. Okay? So, heads up. Seagen knows, but not much. So, I'm gonna think of this. He starts backing towards the door. Just leave it to me.
bumps the wall.
Slams the door shut behind him. And you just hear him down the hall.
What was that noise?
That, my friend, is the sign of cocaine use, and a lot of it.
Backwards, long jumps back to his room.
Yeah, he's pretty fun character,
All
isn't he?
about fixing it, but I'm fairly certain he would not appreciate that.
Well, this got a
He's
lot
just
harder.
having a good time.
Well, I would like to get more sleep.
Me too.
Probably drink when I wake up.
We
Yeah, I
said-
could go for a glass of water. That's a good thought.
Yeah.
Maybe not drink that one.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Burberry. He just pulls it out of the glass.
Lauren, before we go back to sleep, thank you very much.
Yes, Burberry. Do I need to go seduce Mr. Pie?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, I think you should. Nope.
I can go find him.
You lost top privileges for 2 days.
No.
Are you serious?
No.
Have you considered therapy?
Me?
Yes.
You know, honestly, I think Pyth might be my therapy.
I think
No,
Pyth might be a bad influence.
That's
No,
not
no. Like,
therapy.
I look at him and I'm like, this is what I could be. And we should
Oh.
not end up like that.
He is a warning.
He is a warning.
A portent of bad things.
Cautionary tale.
Yes, a
He
cautionary
seems
tale
fine to me. He's
for
not
my
that bad.
back.
That is a step in the right direction. Would still recommend a therapist. Not on this island, but maybe the next one.
This is Gerald. Hello, my new therapist.
That is also not therapy.
Help me
I don't-
come
I don't know
to
if
terms.
Do they have Hedonist Anonymous anywhere around? That's definitely what you need.
Hedonist Anonymous.
I
You said
feel like that would go
hedonist
downhill
What's that?
quite quickly.
Hedonist?
What's that?
What Lauren does.
What's
It's
that?
basically just
Everyone
like
does
taking
whatever the
in
fuck
all
they want.
sin
Emphasis
and just
on fun.
enjoying
All pleasure.
all pleasures of life
Callous.
with no
is a
thought of
constant.
repercussions.
Yeah. Pleasure.
Hi. Honestly, genuinely, Lauren's curious if she thinks he would be a really bad like.
Well, he's asleep right now. And we should be too.
Sure. So you guys go back to sleep. Probably wake up around 10 or 11 o'clock. Late. Finish your long rest. And what would you like to do with your day? The 39th.
Well,
of Jerusalem.
I assume we're still doing this heist, given how much we've kind of tied ourselves to Pyth at this point. So, Noelle wants to go look around, possibly talk to people, just try and figure out if there's anyone on this island who knows or has a picture of, like, Seagen, and who has worked with him in the past.
I remember Pyth did mention an area that he controlled,
Right.
so that would probably be a good place to kind of try to get the general
That
vibe.
was...
I can't remember what he said.
I don't remember what he said either.
I would like
Westgate.
to.
Westgate.
Maybe we could try and just find a book or posters of the 7 kings of the island.
Yeah, anything to just start seeing what this dude even looks like.
We probably shouldn't be asking around for Seagen specifically.
No, I didn't intend to. I think
That-
but if I can find someone who worked with him, that would be useful. But I'll start with just a picture. Is there an inscribed painting of the 7 pirate lords or anything anywhere?
I mean, there's at least one. We've seen
I'm going out.
Okay. So.
That is my goal.
Okay. So if you guys are collecting yourselves, leaving the hotel. On your way out the front door, you hear the familiar voice of the halfling attendant call out to you all. It's like, sorry, bother you folks. You said you were expecting a message.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lauren's like, maybe? Yes?
We asked about it.
Were you going to retap that, Lauren?
I have one.
Can I see it? It's for me, I'm pretty sure.
So I'll hand you the small roll of parchment that has got a little wax seal on it.
I will take the spit take as a yes.
Lauren will open said letter.
I was like peeking over her shoulder.
Yeah, actually I'll be like, Noelle, I think since you were involved.
We just both sort of unfurl it.
What deep shit are we in?
John, I know where to find one.
Oh yeah, you do. Well, what does it say, DM?
So, the outside read to the occupants of room 310.
Oh, okay.
And to the inside, on the inside, it reads, I would like to discuss a potential business venture with you in the near future. Signed, HS.
Wait, is that Mr. Hinmore Seagen?
Yeah!
Well,
Good props, because apparently his area is like a day and a half from here, and he managed to get it in and out.
I mean, he managed to send one of his servants to do it.
Fellas, to the room.
Back upstairs.
Well, sure, we go back to the room. We cannot back out of the.
Exciting development!
We can't back out of the pie thing. Wait, how did Seagen find out about us?
There's
Because
another one.
there's another one, and there was a part where he was, before we caught him, where he was talking into the stone.
That's true.
So,
But Pie said that they didn't say anything about who we were.
he could have lied.
Should have been
It
such
does say to the residents of 213, so it's possible that he knows that
What?
us as residents are involved, but not us as people. Does that make sense?
He knows someone's there, but not who.
Exactly.
And the only other
Oh, I
person,
think he's got the wrong address.
and the only other person that knew where we were staying would be Ferris.
True.
Well, and any of the waitstaff.
Yeah, and anybody in the establishment.
Maybe Mr. Seagen just sends that note to random rooms in this place to stir shit up.
You look around, there's like 3 other groups in the lobby looking at
They always scrolls like,
All right, guys, let's just go to Seagen's area, and we'll see if someone.
I guess we're going to the same place, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't it be a good idea to scout it anyways?
Well, we're going to go to his area of town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not his actual mansion.
I mean, I could do some reconnaissance with my fancy boots.
Oh, you could fly, right?
Yes.
I feel like
You
people
can fly, you can
see
fly.
a man flying in the sky in the middle of the
Like
day.
an 8-foot hobgoblin in plate armor, just sort of like.
He's like a star in the sky.
Is that a kite?
No, there's
No.
a star.
It's a
What's the song?
plane! It's part of
Something,
me!
something, I can fly. Something precious high.
Oh, that's the Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, I don't know how it goes. I just see part of his arms outstretched, big smile on his face, and when the streets pull out, I think I got
In
him.
a brook, flying hobgoblin.
Sorry, goose.
So we go to Westgate. How much goddamn money do we have to give to the fucking evil people that guard the roads?
Do you want to try and sneak into Westgate? Or
Sure.
do you want to?
Let's go. I like sneak.
Why? We have nothing to lose.
Oh wait, because I can redo my spells, so I'm gonna make sure I have pass without a trace.
Okay.
Alright, I should do that.
So I will use pass without a trace.
We will sneak into Westgate.
So everyone get a +10 to their dex.
Sweet.
Their stealth rolls.
Go ahead, give me.
I still get
A
disadvantage
stealth check from.
because I have big old fancy clunky armor.
18 plus 10.
18 plus 10.
Oh, and +2, so 30.
Okay. That is, oh wait, that's 5, and that is a, alright, so 5 plus 15, 20.
20.
29.
9. Clark Cat. It's always this time of night.
Do you guys roll stealth checks?
Cat.
Sorry, I'm prepping my spells for the day
Oh.
before we get too far along, and I'm like, oh,
John.
fine.
Need a stealth check either?
Stealth check plus 10, John.
Yep.
26.
Sweet.
26.
24.
24. Good rolls. So, you guys depart. God damn it. You guys depart the Riviera. You make your way to Brigand's Boardwalk, neutral territory. You can get across town without issue that way. Kind of blending into the crowds and getting directions to find that Westgate is on the far west side of town, built in the shadow of the old palisade that used to surround the city. As you approach the neighborhood, you will notice the crews on guard here. So far, I think the most presentable have been the folk running kind of the Riviera checkpoints, and even they're still kind of a little rough and tumble, street level. The crews keeping watch over the Westgate border almost remind you of like a police force back in Freeport. Like, they're all pretty much in uniform, although it's much less formal. Like, it's a blue vest with some silver trim, kind of like it's just like a blue doublet, right? And each of them is wearing this blue sailor's cap. You can see, like, underneath they got various other clothes, like striped shirts and tank tops or whatever. But they are all uniformed, which is something that you have not seen in any of the other neighborhoods. They are also much less, what's the word? What is the word? They seem more disciplined, I'll say. They are sort of standing at attention, you know, hands clasped in front of them or behind them.
Competent.
Just kind of watching the crowds, not really fucking around too much, not hassling any passersby, just watching, and as people approach their street, someone will step out, short conversation, collect some coin, pocket it, and let them go on their way. Wanting to avoid the toll, you guys kind of slow your pace, kind of step down a side alley, and circle a couple buildings, kind of heading down a few blocks, and find a junction where you're able to kind of step out, kind of look down the streets, and make sure the coast is clear before all at once you guys just scurry across the street, while the crews at the major intersections on either side of that street have their backs to you. And crossing a few more streets like that, you guys are fairly confident you are well enough into the neighborhood that you will be hassled or shaken down. Step out into a main thoroughfare and just kind of rejoin the crowd and continue on your way. No worse for wear. Stepping into this neighborhood, a few things will jump out to you. Westgate appears to be much more orderly than the previous neighborhoods. The streets are a lot less twisty and windy. They're a lot more uniform in size. There's a few odd intersections where you kind of have these like intersecting streets, like crisscrossing across. But for the most part, it's a pretty orderly grid. The buildings are in relatively good shape. You do see a lot of those sort of draconic fossils on display here, much like on the Brigand's Boardwalk. And you also see in various places the sort of draconic stonework that is also sort of dotted around the city of Beddingwich. There does seem to be a very concentrated amount of this structure, this ancient ruin in this neighborhood. Some of it seems to be native to this area, but a lot of it does look as though it may have been pulled ends. Can I help you?
No, I didn't realize I had a magic item. And it's Chime of Opening.
That'd be handy.
Oh yeah, that'll be useful.
Yeah, I was just like, what? That'll be so useful. Holy cow.
But anyways, yeah, it looks like a lot of ruins have been maybe moved and repositioned throughout this neighborhood. As you walk, it does seem to be a relatively high-end sort of neighborhood. Regularly policed. You do see a decent number of crews kind of walking the streets, just kind of keeping an eye out. It's quiet here, and the residents don't seem to be under any real serious duress. People seem to be just living pretty normally here. Just kind of going about their business.
I have a theory. Could be completely wrong. But I feel like Seagen might actually be part of the Easter Alliance. Anyways. That is a theory that I have.
Okay.
And I had it earlier when he was like, oh, I don't really have much on him. But there's all this other stuff. But he's doing a bunch of stuff overseas and stuff like that. And that's when I was just like, if he doesn't want to be a part of any part of like one side or the other side, he's like directly in the middle. And then hearing more about his area, I'm just like,
Okay.
that's interesting.
I can see it.
I mean, I am personally glad for him, if only because if he wasn't currently serving in the middle, this place would probably be in utter chaos.
True.
That's true. Oh, we're here.
So, you were looking around for
I would like to find any information I can about the pirate lords.
any pirate lords.
I mean, specifically Seagen, but you know, like, I don't
Subterfuge.
imagine there's a library necessarily, but like, I don't know, any more information
I
can be
bet a
gathered.
fight club would have a lot of information like that.
I'm
The
just
Fight
on the
Club.
other side of town.
Oh, I forgot what we're calling you at this point. Did you want me to show you where to find a fight club?
Yes, please. John needs to work off that bacon.
I'll take him to the church.
Okay.
The church?
So, yeah, Burberry, I guess, is going to break off with John to go check out the Blood Hall. In the meantime, Noelle, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'm with Noelle helping.
Okay.
12. That was an advantage.
You kind of put your hands on your hips, you're looking around, and you're like, there's no statues, no monuments, what is this? What kind
Can
of
I
town
see if
is
there's
this?
like a library or something?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Is Noelle helping?
Sure. Do the exact same thing again, but the other way. Lauren, we are out of our depth.
Can I
I'll
find-
help as soon as I drop John off.
Sure.
Can I find a guard or guard?
Hey, I don't remember letting you in here.
And be like, hey, I'm trying to find. I'm new here. I'm looking for like information.
Well, welcome to Westgate. What can I do for you? It's,
I'm just trying to figure out like.
what kind of guy is this? I'm looking for our NPCs. Okay.
Just trying to learn the bare minimum.
This is actually a fairly friendly looking fella. About 7 feet tall. Whole body covered in this very like light blue fur. It's
How
got
hungry?
long, flossy legs. Oh, hi. What can I do for you here? It's got a big
Fur?
It's got a big spear.
Sounds like a furbolg to me.
So I'm new here.
Hey, welcome to Westgate, eh?
Thank you. And I don't know. I'm just trying to find some like information about pirate lords, like kind of a general basis to know where, when, and how I could.
We want to
possibly...
learn more about this place.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, I might be able to answer a few questions for you. I don't know what your questions are, though.
Well, where can we find more information about the first question?
Well, asking people's a good way to start. So, you know, I once I know more about what you're looking for,
Can you give me like a general idea about all of the pirate lords?
Well, there's 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Heard that.
Well, there's Mr. and Seagen, of course, who is in charge of Westgate here.
Okay.
Each of the lords is in command of a hold here in the city of Bedingwich, right? Man-sizable crews that police their individual holds.
Okay.
Where did you learn all this information?
You sort of you pick it up over the course of training and doing the job.
Jacob's gonna force us to talk to this man.
This is what I got. You guys roll 12, you get to talk to me.
Okay. So,
Describe Headmore Seagen's appearance.
what does he look like? Is he hunky?
Or is he chunky?
Ooh, actually,
I suppose he's on the hunkier side than the chunkier side.
Yeah.
I'm more chunky myself.
Destroyed cat.
He's a little feller.
A little fella.
He's little?
Yeah, I know. He's like he like holds up like to his chest, which is probably about like 6 feet tall.
Oh, he's
It's like over my head. He's a little guy.
Oh wow, you're real tiny, ain't you? He like
he's
lowers
tall.
his hand.
No. We are small. I mean, Luna.
Thanks, Aloran. I mean Opal.
No, Walloon. That's a pretty name. But yeah, Mr. Seagen, older fella, tannish, salt and pepper situation up here.
Is he human?
Like a Gerald.
Yeah, human fella.
Are they outside Seagen's area?
They're in Westgate right now.
We're inside talking to a guard.
Oh, you should ask him how he is as a boss.
How we what?
How is your boss? How does he treat you?
I got no complaints. No, Mr. Seagen's real even-handed. Runs a tight ship.
Does he chop off hands if you do something wrong?
No. He's usually more of a disciplinary jail time and some fines, maybe some community service kind of feller.
No reason.
Now, his enemies, I can't say have perhaps
I've heard
received.
some tales. That's why I was curious.
Sure. Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't get on Mr. Seagen's bad side outside of his employ. If you follow his rules, you are judged by his rules. But if you're going to try and institute your own, God be with you.
Okay, I don't think we want to get on the bad side of any of the pirate lords.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
be
no,
honest.
no. I mean, that's generally a good
Which is
policy.
why we want to learn so much more about them.
That's smart. I assume you guys are fairly new around here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how we
That's
started this
fair.
conversation.
Well, you came to the right place here. Listen, you guys.
There's a library, right?
He like looks down the street. There's like a cafe with like some seats. Like, you guys want to have a seat or something to get some coffee?
Really just looking for a place where we can absorb information at our own speed, because we like to learn.
I'm so happy
together.
for this Canadian.
Just vacuum up books.
We love books.
We love books.
I'm horny for books.
She's horny for books.
Wow, that's no judgment.
We're gonna read the books though, nothing else.
No judgment here, man.
Just
I
saying that
you do you. Well, look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Bedingwich is not necessarily a great place for books. They have tended to be targets for reprisals between pirates during conflicts and the like, on account of they're very flammable and very valuable.
So books don't exist here.
Well, it's hard to collect them, because as soon as people find out about them, it's like, oh, you like these books today? Well, sure would be a shame if something happened to them, and something always happens to them.
So
Here's a question. Sorry. If we wanted to meet or see Mr. Seagen at some point, not set up a meeting, but just oh look, there he goes.
Like, we're just curious what he looks like.
He tends to kind of keep to himself out in Crazewood. He keeps a nice house out there. Not usually in Bedingwich very often. I mean, he comes to town periodically for business and the like. But I don't really know his schedule, so I couldn't really tell you when or where. to be if you wanted to catch a glimpse. You could go take a look at his ship down at the wharf. He's got a real nice ship down there. He's got a lot of nice ships, but you know, it's his flagship. All the pirate lords got flagships. If you want.
So it's like a in use or like a museum ship?
Oh no! It's his personal ship.
Gotcha.
It's in use. It's in use. So you know, look and don't touch. Right.
Yep.
Noel.
We could go that way. Also Barnaby's here.
The shrimp.
The shrimp.
The shrimp is here.
I remember.
That's an ironic nickname on account you're such a large feller.
How do you think I got this name?
That's clever.
I like shrimp.
Oh, I thought it meant something else.
That's
Barnaby.
less clever.
Nope.
Well, I feel like we've sort of hit a wall here, so maybe we go check out the ship, see if we find anything useful.
Seagen! Tiny Seagen, I have titties for you that are titillating.
Does he come running?
You just see Barnaby
You hear
flop his
seagulls
ears.
squawking overhead.
The Canadian comes. I'm sorry, did you say titillating titties?
Couldn't help but overhear you
wait.
advertising some.
While we're walking, question for Aloran.
Oh no.
Are you wanting to, like, betray Pyth? Whispering. Already?
Oh no, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Because you haven't even done anything for him yet.
I am like mildly terrified of Pipe.
Me too.
I don't think we have a lot of good options. And then I can't lie, this letter that we got is definitely very concerning.
Yeah. I'm really confused at how he would have even found out about us. What did we do wrong?
I would like to say it could actually be a test from Pyth himself
I know, that's what I was thinking.
to see if we're a spy, since he just had a spy.
We rolled really well, but could I roll to see if we're being followed?
Yeah, sure.
We could always look at this handwriting versus his.
I assume that's perception.
Do we have
I
anything
love
in
when we don't
pies?
have any problems, so let's make some mindset.
21?
21. I guess as you guys are walking, you're just kind of like.
We're walking back to the ports, I guess, the ship. To look at the ship.
Just kind of watching to see if anyone in the
To
crowd
see if
comes up
someone's
to you.
keeping a
tailing.
close tail or anything.
Not that you see. Crowd just seems to be pretty normal. There's nobody that is, either obvious or doing their best to be conspicuous, and that you just happen to glance. Like you don't see anybody that seems to be
I do have an idea. If we want to double check, we could head back over into Pyth's territory, go into a tavern there. I turn into a cat or something.
Mm-hmm.
You guys keep walking around. I follow from a distance. We're on the rooftops, and we see if someone's following you.
It's not a bad idea. I think if we were getting any inclination that someone is perhaps following us, we should try that.
Okay.
I don't know how to approach this anymore is the problem. It's like we have this note. We could contact Seagen.
We have no way to even contact Seagen, really, though.
What did the note say?
To the residents of room 213, I have a
210.
proposition for you.
Yeah, there's literally nothing. So
From HS. Is that
Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson.
Okay, are you guys ready for some, like, serious brain whatever's at midnight?
hit me with it. I'm ready.
So, I don't know about y'all, but, like, sending a message to us through the hotel seems like a really dumb idea, unless the guy at the front desk is working for you.
Or it's Stephen Pyth who sent it.
Or that.
Could we look at his handwriting and compare it to this letter?
Maybe we could find his. Sure, let's see if we can find any of his handwriting on the ship. Maybe he left like a note out or something. Oh wait, we're not going on the ship.
We
are
can't get on
We're
the
just
ship.
looking at the ship. Never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want his handwriting, you have the map.
Yeah, we do have.
The map.
Yeah, the Pyth's map of Seagen's place.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sure
can
there's
compare
Oh,
probably
sorry.
Pyth's-
I guess that's a start.
Pyth's
Sure.
handwriting to this.
We'll
Can we compare?
drop it
You
into
do have Pies maps.
We have
that you
Pies-
can redo.
writing, I suppose. Did
I
he
will
write
s-
on the maps?
I will say
In
we did.
words? Okay.
We
Yeah, he's
did
got
see
some-
him with a lot of paperwork and stuff.
Hmm?
We did see him with a lot of paperwork. I think
Pies.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's a chance we might have seen actual handwriting that wasn't drunk handwriting too. Potentially.
Let's just we duck into a tavern real quick.
Okay.
Go to a corner booth and just look at the piece of paper.
Okay.
Is there any comparable anything to the handwriting?
I'll say insight check.
I rolled
Also,
garbage.
Hyde was stupid drunk
I
last night.
rolled well, and I get a bonus because
That's
it's
3, so that don't matter.
I also rolled a 3.
23.
Okay.
-1.
Alright.
This is going great.
Okay. So 23. Very different handwritings on these two pieces of paper, or on the note and the maps. The maps are chicken scratch. They are sloppy and scratchy and violent. The handwriting on this note is clean. It's presentable. It is not perhaps. I'll say with a 23, it does not actually strike you as Seagen's handwriting. Like, there's just something about everything you heard about the guy so far that's like, this should be like soupier or something. It's pretty standard, just clean handwriting.
When I was at Varys's place,
Hmm.
did I see anything with his handwriting?
With Varys's handwriting?
Yes.
Retroactive perception check.
He wrote his name on his dick.
he tattooed himself.
History?
Good thing I have really good
History,
fucking
maybe?
perception. 8 plus 9, so 17.
17. You really didn't see anything with writing at Varys's.
Yeah.
Varys's place honestly was kind of grody.
Well, I did see them counting money on the notebook for like the expenses. That one guy.
Yeah, there was a guy calculating expenses, but
Can I-
he was writing in that notebook.
Could I compare it?
To this? Oh, okay.
That might be difficult.
To your memory.
This reminds me of a video game where, like, you're playing those old puzzle games. You have stuff in your inventory. You're just smashing them all
Yeah,
together.
it's kind of where
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'd say to your memory, no, they are probably not terribly similar.
We're gonna use the letter on the piano and see if that does anything.
apparently, it's someone we haven't talked to yet.
Okay, well,
Okay, I could technically cast sending to Steven Seagal. What's his name?
Henmore Seagen?
Henmore Seagen. Because I've got a description of him, and I know his name, and that's worked in the past, technically, so
Okay.
I could. I don't know what I'd say. Like, room 310 here.
wait, was
what-
the room 310 or 312?
310.
It was 213.
I mean, I would just say, I wouldn't even say 213. I'd say, I heard you have a proposition and wanted to verify that it's true.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Not even say anything about, like, what room we were in or anything.
Nope.
No.
Because, like, if he was the one to send it, then you don't want to give a random pirate king your room number. Just throw it out there.
Yeah, that's true. Because honestly, if it was him, he would already have that room number. And honestly, we probably should maybe find a different place to stay. Because now that's like 3 pirate lords that know where we're staying potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I could try. What do we want to get out of this interaction? Like, are we trying
like-
to just see if this is even legit,
Yes.
basically? Alright.
Stop talking because I'm not there.
Okay, I guess we're still in this bar in the corner booth, so I'll cast sending real quick. I'll try and contact Henmore Seagen.
Okay, continue.
What the fuck did that mean?
What is the name, before I send this, what is the name of the hotel we're in?
The Royal Colonial.
Noelle, don't do it. That dice roll scared me.
You're already casting mode.
Did you send a letter to the Royal Colonial
I'm so scared.
hoping to contact a few specific people recently?
I'm upset.
Anything else?
No? That's it.
Okay. The reply you get is measured and cordial.
If you're
I respect your wariness. If you are who I think, yes, it did. I'd like to meet. I'll be in town in 2 days.
If you're unhappy and you know it, clap your hands.
The only thing I could...
I have
Oh.
I have a counter offer. I'd like you to hear.
He wants to meet, and he has a counter offer. Although we sort of knew that already. But it sounded legit.
We find a new room. For onesies. For twosies. Pyth is still our best bet to get to ransom.
He's slightly insane.
Yes.
He's an upstanding gentleman. What are you talking about?
I will say, we currently at this point, we have done him a solid. Barnaby bonded with him. I mean, Mr. Shrimp
Thank you.
bonded with him.
I mean, I
He
don't...
wants to probably bang us, which is good.
It's, you know, let's take the good with the bad.
Why is actually weighing into our decisions?
So, overall, we're not in a bad position with Pyth.
But if Seagen knows as much as he's letting on, it could be a bluff. But if he does actually know, like, we're here and what we're doing and who we're working for, then there's no way we ever get into that place.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I mean, we gotta keep up the charade with Pyth no matter what for at least a little longer. And whether we betray him or not just depends on how legitimate this ends up being.
Maybe we all get food poisoning when we're supposed to leave. And we tell Pyth we won't be able to do it until
That
tomorrow.
was my food.
I think the question at this point is, what do we do next?
I don't...
Like, what are we doing? If he wants to meet in 2 days and he knows where we were staying off the, what we thought was very little information, he could find us if he wanted to.
Yes.
So we don't need to like schedule something. If he wants to talk, he'll talk to us. But I'm kind of stumped.
I don't exactly want to betray the man that I just
When
helped fish with.
shark fishing.
Yeah.
He should have been there. It was amazing.
Let's hear what Pyth has to say, I think, tonight.
I think that's gotta be the next step.
And then because we also need to talk to Burberry and John about this.
Where are they?
Meanwhile,
There it is.
so Burberry, you broke off from the party to take John to go see the Blood Hall. Do you want to sneak in to the Royal Quarter, or do you just want to pay the fine. Toll. Coin. It's rolled.
How much is the fine?
5 silver.
I'll just pay it.
No, you're fine.
Alright.
I'm not happy about it.
I don't make the rules, lady. I just enforce them.
I mean, if you... lady! Who's a
That is
lady?
the man.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mislead you. That was very presumptuous of me.
Polite pirate.
Now get the fuck out of here. So, you pass into the royal quarter through the streets of old world construction and scaffolding and renovation, and make your way towards City Square. And across the plaza from the Capitol building, you find, as you saw the day before, the roofless temple, stone and blood stains. That is the blood hall. And just as you did the day before, you find the interior filled with sweaty, bloody, loud, violent men.
Are you less concerned about it being a chapel now?
Surrounding
Yes, sir.
an enclosure of folk who are currently engaged in a 4-way melee. Knocked down, drag out. One person's already unconscious. The other 3 are basically wrestling on top of their body. And as you walk in, Burberry, the head priest, Alexiros, catches sight of you. The one-eyed dragonborn makes his way over. Ah, brother, it's good to see you again.
Brother, it is nice to see you as well.
Well, who's your big friend here?
He was
There's a lot-
looking for a workout.
Well, you look like you might be up to a few scuffles. You want the next fight?
Sure.
All right then, make your way into the circle. We'll get you sorted out. So, John. What we're gonna do here is a skill challenge. As you engage your opponent in the next bout, you find yourself up against a Loxodon woman, just as tall as you, twice as wide, with a long trunk and numerous piercings of heavy iron rings in her large ears. She fucking squares off against you in this sort of sumo pose. And the rules of this is, this is a barehanded, whatever style you like, whatever you can do with your body, no weapons. First one knocked out is the loser. So what we're gonna do is skill challenge. You're gonna do 3 rolls for me. We're gonna do athletics, acrobatics, and a general attack roll. So,
Okay.
if we would start with the athletics roll.
22 for athletics.
22.
Yep.
Oh shit! That was a nat 20.
God damn.
Let me see what this lady rolled. Shit. Okay, so that is going to be a 25 from her. Just the physicality, the difference in your size is already like a big obstacle. This lady is probably twice your weight, and she is just standing her ground. Everything you throw at her, she just fucking shoulders through and just presses into you like a fucking freight train. Go ahead and give me the acrobatics check.
21.
Okay, she got a 4. Thankfully, you're a lot lighter on your feet, and you decide to change tact, start kind of dancing around the ring, just bobbing and weaving. Go ahead and give me the attack roll.
Do I add attack stuff, or is it just straight roll?
This would be just straight roll because you're not proficient with unarmed attacks.
Okay. It's a 16.
Damn, she fucking whiffed it. That was a 3, so 6 total. Yeah, the change of tactics and the bobbing and weaving is definitely a much better tact against this combatant. And you start throwing those punches, big fucking haymakers, dodging hers all the while. And within minutes, you have battered this elephant woman into submission, and one final BAM across the bridge of the trunk is enough to just send her reeling backwards into the crowd, where it takes probably like 6 or 7 people to catch her before she hits the ground, and they all just set her down with a woof. And there is a cheer that goes up from the crowd, and Alexaros, the priest and cheer of this fighting ring, kind of stands up to you, grabs the wrist, and kind of holds it up over his head. It's like, newcomer, so this stuff, eh? And there's a cheer in response to that, and he will sort of reach down to the ground where blood has spattered over the course of this fight. Just kind of run his hand through it. He'll come back up, and he will proceed to sort of blood you across the cheeks with what has been drawn over the course of this battle. And he says, "Oh, how do you feel?"
I think I've worked off about half that bacon.
You want another?
Sure.
Who's ready? And there's a flurry of hands that shoot up, ready to challenge you, John. So I'll say give me one more athletics roll, and we'll just see how this shakes out over the next hour or two.
I rolled pretty good this time. That is 25.
Okay. This was a 19. They make you work for it, John. But of the next 3 challengers that step into the ring to confront you, not a one is able to last long enough to bring you down. You're definitely made to work for it over the course of this string of fights. But it's just not they are not up to the challenge. And by the end of it, people are definitely leery of taking you on, but they are also all extremely enamored with the performance you just put on. And like the third guy hits the ground, and it just before he's even down, like everyone just rushes into the ring, just like kind of hoists John up, just like just shouting, screaming, this hot, sweaty mess.
John is a god.
John's like, I need to take a shower.
At which point, Elixirose, I think, kind of helps you down. He's like, I think you've more than earned your print on the mantle of greatness. He'll kind of guide you over to the foot of this statue at the back of the hall. And there is this giant, really roughly carved statue. Like, you can just barely make out the details of like a beard and an axe. And very little else is discernible. But you can see all along the base of this statue is just like it's this huge swath of bloody handprints that have discolored it. This sort of this gradient from like deep dark red at the base all the way up to the faded wood over it. And as you step up to it, Alexaros will draw a small curved dagger out of his belt and kind of hand it to you. And with a smile, he says, "You've earned it. Leave your mark."
but this thing's been washed.
It has not.
The deck looks like fucking shit. It's a grody, fucking encrusted thing.
I'm gonna make a tether shot after this.
Behind you, there's just this low chant. Wondrous, wondrous.
Oh my god.
John got his hand and put his print up. But afterwards, he's going over to Burberry and asking for some medical assistance. Make sure he doesn't end up with tetanus.
What is tetanus? What is that?
He's coming to make sure that his wound doesn't get gangrenous. How's that?
Touche. Yeah,
Because that dagger was jank as fuck.
I'll fix up his wounds.
Sure.
I feel like Burberry was just like writing in the corner.
And entertaining
Like,
wounds.
yeah, this isn't really my seat, but my friends are here, so.
Electros will probably approach you one last time. Well, it was a good showing, Mr. Locks. I think Basil is sure to look fondly upon this showing today. I would expect to see his blessings in the future if you continue to fight as you did just now.
We'll see how much he feels.
Well, Basil will be with you.
With you.
And
Hopefully we will not need him, but
you'll want him when you do.
that's the thought.
And as you depart, there's one last "Arr!" from the crowd before he turns back and says, "Arr, who's next?" and starts organizing the next fight.
John leans over to Burberry. He's like, I need a shower.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything.
Got some bad bacon sweats off of this fight.
He's worked out all the bacon, but he's got some bruises afterwards.
I guess we head back to the hotel after that.
What is the rest of the party doing? Aside from denigrating the DM with blue drawings.
Just drawing bacon.
Okay.
I guess we're going back to the. Like, we have no particular reason to go check out the ship right now.
Okay.
And Stephen Pythe presumably will meet us at some point in the day when he awakens. When did he go to bed?
He woke you guys up at like.
If you
7
said
in the
you woke us
morning.
up at 11, yeah, that would track.
Well, I think we're gonna go hang out at the hotel for the moment.
Okay. Yeah. Say, you guys will probably just meet in the lobby, probably arriving about the same time, regroup. Anything in particular that you want to get done over the course of the rest of this day?
I think we.
More elevation.
Sure, I could do some lessons real quick.
Yeah, I'll join for that.
Yeah.
Sit out by the pool.
I think we are currently at an impasse, so I think we have to wait for Stephen to give us more.
Okay. So you guys get some hours in studying Elvish today, and probably like mid-afternoon, you guys will see.
Buff bacon.
Buff bacon jump.
Fuck. About mid-afternoon, you guys will see ambling out of the hotel towards the pool where you guys have been sitting. sunglasses on, this long silk robe trailing behind him, kind of surrounded by a small posse of his kind of big burly guard fellas. Stephen Pye with some kind of cocktail in a tall flute glass in hand. You can see him just kind of meandering, aimlessly looking around before he finally catches sight of you. Ah, there you are.
Good to see you again.
Ladies. Brother, how is everyone? You guys sleep okay? Everyone?
I did.
We did.
Excellent.
Very comfy.
Excellent. So, Mr. Shrimp, we're going to be having shark tonight. Now, I hope you're ready.
Yes.
It's going to be delicious. We've got the best shark cooks on the island. So.
Oh, sorry, real quick before for quick retcon. Didn't we want to try and find another place to stay?
We can probably do that after this conversation if we still
Yeah.
feel like we need to.
Okay.
You guys are probably like just talking about that as he walks out the door. It's like, oh, right.
So, you have time to catch us up on stuff?
I have done some thinking. I have done some sleeping.
Good things to do.
I'm feeling pretty fucked right now, honestly.
Like emotionally or
Just, fucking Marco. Fucking Marco.
yeah, that kind of threw a wrench in things, huh?
Yeah, no, he really fucked a lot of shit up. That guy, that fucking right. Sorry, it is too early for this. Marco fucked a lot of shit up. So I am still sort of puzzling out our next play there. I feel
I have
like...
a question. Sorry, my brain just did a thing. Have we seen Marco since before this meeting we had this morning?
You have not, no.
Barnaby has.
Well, no, sorry. Did we ever see Marco at any point leading up to the meeting where we found out he was a traitor?
Had you seen him before?
I just realized that's
a
why he
great
knows.
Question.
That's why he knows.
That's why he knows who we are. Because he probably would have seen us in the morning.
He would have.
talking
We
to-
had initial conversations like a day ago.
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, give me a retroactive perception check.
17.
17. I mean, yeah, you'd seen Marco among the waitstaff.
Everything makes a lot more sense all of a sudden.
In the hotel.
I just realized when we were talking to him, like, oh wait, Marco wasn't just a spy today.
He's probably been a spy
He's been a spy for a while. Oh,
10 years of spying, actually.
I feel very dumb, but
10
yeah, we
years.
figured it out.
We got there. Yeah, Steven says, Marco fucked a lot of shit up.
How many conversations was he around for? Because he didn't say anything today about us, but who knows what he said yesterday or the day before.
Well, from what he said, he was aware that we had talked, but he had been waiting to get more information for committing whole hog.
Right.
Because he didn't know what the plan was until he knew it.
Today.
Right, and at that point it was like, okay, well, I should probably get the plan before I, waste my rock for the day. So, we dodged a bullet there. I think you guys are against still in the clear. The problem is I don't know what to do with you now on account of him expecting something.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of bummed out about it. I feel like we were about to get up to some real fun, hijinks, really bond.
Quite an adventure.
Yeah, and Marco fucked it all up. Rat bastard.
Yeah.
So I'm open to alternate pitches. I feel like
Wait, what, so did you have an idea, or was your idea to ask us for ideas?
I'll be honest, I woke up maybe like 20 minutes ago, and
Got it.
I spent most of that time making this little gem, so...
Making what? Making what?
He's got like a fucking mimosa
Oh.
glass in his hand.
Got it. Okay.
I made a few of these before I decided to come looking for you guys. So I like you guys, I do. But, just as a general rule, I probably shouldn't be like, excuse me, setting up, meet and greets with my bestie until, you've been cleared properly. So, that said though, I am inclined to take,
I don't think they're gonna be able to see it.
Can you read that, Cat? It says danger zone, and then there's an arrow pointing into the circle.
Are we on the highway?
We are here.
We are at it.
We are in the danger zone.
I was trying to make a song reference.
Oh.
Oh, I got it.
Thank you, David.
So, is our best course of action patience at this point?
Well, we could
It's like
we could change course. We don't have to hit Seagen. We could do some other some stuff. I guess
Should we show them?
I was excited about this.
In a whisper.
No, that is the exact opposite of what we should do right
Oh,
now.
Barnaby, no. Don't say that.
Look, I trust the guy, so that's why I'm we're doing that.
Oh, we got a letter from Mr. Seagen, you see.
He wants us to betray you.
No shit. I feel like if we can find something comparable, that would suffice as a proper clearance.
For you to introduce us to Renzo.
Yeah. It's just I was really pumped with the Seagen thing, so I'm kind of at a loss for ideas
Right.
right this second.
I think maybe where we leave things here is you take some time, get your thoughts together, and you know where to find us. Get in touch
I do know.
when you find something that you feel like you're excited about again.
Yeah. I guess that's an option. What are you guys doing right now?
We were waiting to talk to you, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
And
I'm flattered.
Kind of hoping for a direction, but half expecting, some disappointment. And that's where we're at. I guess.
These things happen. It is what it is.
It was fun.
Fucking Marco! Sorry.
But it was
This is his chicken scratch.
fucking Marco.
Fucking Marco.
Well, I guess we'll be in touch.
What time is it?
It's like 3.
It's like 3 in the
3
afternoon.
Mm.
You guys want to get a drink? I've got a whole hotel.
Along's like,
We have some stuff to do probably in town today.
yes, I guess I have stuff.
We are here for other reasons.
Ugh, downers. Fine. I'll see you around. He'll stand up swishing his fucking big silver
Could I,
robe.
before this conversation is over, could I insight check to see if he was telling the truth about what Marco told him? Like, if he was, hiding, Marco told them that they know everything, but I don't want them to know that because then they won't work for me.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Just get a vibe if he was, had to make something up on the spot when I asked what Marco said. Fucking 11. I don't know.
To be fair, he does seem pretty hungover and like he's already working
Yeah,
up
that's
another intoxication.
I need to learn a spell called inebriation. That'd be great.
You have the opposite of that right now.
Yeah.
No real tells to speak of. It didn't seem like he was lying. He just seems fucking pissed off about
Right.
the whole fucking thing.
Okay. So it wasn't I didn't get any manipulation, gaslighting vibes.
Nothing comes
Okay.
out of that. No.
Okay. Well, we'll be in touch, I'm sure.
See you around. It'll just sashay away around the pool. Teeters over the hook. Fuck. Almost
Have a
falls
good
in.
afternoon.
Glomp.
Was it Glomp?
Glomp. Glomp.
Glomp.
Glomp. What was it?
What was it?
I don't know.
Um,
Cool.
Glomp. There it is.
Barnaby,
Glomp.
what was the thing on your list that had something to do with a matriarch or patriarch?
Let me check. I did multiple things to him, so I gotta check on the bucket list. Let's see. Hogtie, monarch, or president. Bonus points if they put up a good wrestle.
Would a pirate?
Oh, pirate.
Would a
king.
pirate king count?
You could. He wants you sexually, Barnaby. You could hog-tie him, but he
We
might
won't be
like
doing
it.
that.
We did determine
I'm
last time that
also-
did not count.
I'm also
It's too
fairly
easy.
certain if you asked nicely to wrestle with him, he'd be down.
And then there was also Charmer Monarch or President's Daughter.
Wait, do what?
Really?
Yes.
That
Do
seems
what?
very in character for you.
Do what to a daughter?
Charm.
Then.
Oh, Barnaby.
What?
Well, you've charmed a monarch.
I need to charm their daughter.
Does a pirate lord count as a monarch?
Yeah, that's the important part.
Does that count?
I mean, there's 7 of them. I don't know.
If they're all controlling one little island, I don't really know if that counts.
I mean, as long as they're in charge of different forces, they're just like monarchs of countries. There can be multiple.
As a
It's
tiny
like a
country.
small kingdom, kind of. It's certainly not ruled by anyone except them. You think on that.
I will.
Do we want to... So go ahead, Burberry.
Am I in the know-how of everything at this point, or
I think
do I
we
need to
could-
be caught up?
We can update everybody on everything at this point. We got time.
Well, if we're still uncertain, I suppose worst comes to worst, we could always send a representative.
I'm a little hesitant to send someone by themselves, but maybe a group or something, a smaller group. I mean, I am a little wary. I am a little bit wary of like whether this is maybe a trap or not. But I guess it depends where we meet, how this plays out. Because like I feel like we've got to take this meeting now, right? With Mr. Seagen.
Yeah. I mean, we can just learn 2 days of Elvish while we're still just meeting with Seagen.
I suppose worst comes to worst, I could be one of the people who went, if only because if
Well, I've heard he's-
necessary, I can look like not me.
I also can do that.
Oh, I wanted to go because he was supposed to be
We can all go. It's just. It's
Disguise yourself as a dog, like getting pet.
Oh yeah, you
Oh.
can just be an animal.
Yeah, I can be your pet.
A pet lion.
No, your pet bear.
Right. Let's just drink it. Okay. Once we have some privacy, we'll cast something again to Seagen.
Okay.
Alright. You gonna roll a D100 or no?
No, you succeeded last time.
Oh, that's what you were rolling.
You were
I
rolling
honestly-
You guys were shitting your pants. I'm like, I just want to see if it works.
I honestly thought you were rolling for
Oh.
like, is he on another plane? I was like, what the fuck? Because there's like, what, a 5% chance sending fails? Oh, yeah, anyway.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm gonna cast sending to Seagen. I'm just gonna say I am embarrassed at how long it took us to figure out why you knew about us.
That's how you're starting?
Yes. But we get it now.
We are smart sometimes.
We are very smart people, and we would like to talk. public place, preferably.
No, let's talk in the middle of the fucking woods. No, that's what you
let's
should
talk
say.
in our hotel room.
You should say.
Come to our hotel room under the control of Mr. Pine. No.
No, you should say, let's meet in the woods, and then be like, JK, somewhere public, please.
Oh, we still need to get familiar with the woods. We should spend one of those days doing
Yeah,
that.
we gotta do that still.
Exactly. 2 birds, 1 stone. We meet him in the woods. What's the worst that could possibly happen?
TPK?
Nothing.
Giant mushroom critter.
Alright, what does he say? Or does he get it?
So your response, same voice. There's a slight chuckle. Well, glad to hear I have your attention. The Ambition Assembly Hall has an excellent show running for the rest of the week. I'll book us a box.
I would like to point out of character, that a president was assassinated in a theater box. Anyways, please continue.
It's fine as long as we get a table and not a booth.
Make it a
I
table.
heard you, Burbank. I don't know how.
Make it a table, not a booth.
I can't respond. But I will acknowledge. Does he say, like. Did he say it?
He said the Ambition Assembly Hall is having an excellent showing for the rest of the week.
I will book us a box.
Book us a box.
Tomorrow?
He said he would be in town.
I'm sure
In 2
we'll
days'
get an
time.
In
invitation.
2 days' time.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we got him out of his house. Now we turn back around and go talk to Stephen 5.
Well, because he already told you earlier he was going to be in town.
Oh, that's true.
In 2 days. That was the first sending.
Like, I don't really want to go do that house thing because it is going to be so locked down.
It was gonna be hard.
It was gonna be hard to begin with, and now it's gonna be like,
Impossible.
yeah.
Practically. Okay. Well, do we want 2 days downtime? We can go camping. That's something we can actually do that's productive.
We do need to go camping, and
So that we
although
can-
we should probably let I know first, because we just said you know where we can find us. If we say that and we suddenly go
Or-
missing, he's going to have questions.
Where did they go?
A couple of us can stay at the hotel room. Because the
You
big
just want to
person.
drink a lot of beer, don't you, Lauren?
She clearly wants to see if she gets a note from that guy. What's his name?
I'm starting to think she wants to collect all the cards.
Bears.
Yo, I just realized I don't have any maps on me, so I don't know how far stuff is. Fuck.
You said this forest was like a half a day's travel.
Let me check my map real quick. My.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me check my map.
Let me check my phone.
Let me check my backup map.
But yeah, I can stay behind if somebody else wants to stay behind with me.
Who volunteers? I'll do
I'm
it.
okay with the wood.
Oh, you're okay to go camping, or you're okay to stay behind?
Oh, to go camping.
All right. Then I guess I'm staying behind.
Blunderbuss
Yes,
twin! Let us
we
drink
will-
and party.
Party.
And avoid the gaze of life.
Oh, the gays. Yes. I guess you guys are going camping tonight. You, Barnaby, John, and Burberry,
All right.
Okay.
to get familiar
Wait.
with the forest. Listen,
Have to have dinner first
you can do that.
with pies.
Go for it.
All right.
Just don't tell them about the note, please.
Alright.
Are you sure you don't want to spend the night?
I will point out, I think you guys have been told that the forest is about a day out from town, right?
So are we going? Oh boy, we should probably all go. That's a big gap between party members.
Well, I'm gonna go eat first.
Yeah, but it'll be really suspicious if we do just like dip and then we go into the woods, but we're
We can
not.
tell him, Barnaby. Tell him how about you want to go camping over dinner.
You want him to come with?
No.
No,
Touche.
Stephen Pike will
Touche.
literally come with us camping.
I love camping.
Let's go. But
It's like the fishing
you know what
of
my
the
favorite thing to do
forest.
is while camping? Hunt.
Hunting land sharks?
Dangerous.
The most dangerous.
A land shark?
Come on, it'll be fun.
Let's give you a 24-hour head start, Barnaby.
What, see how many sharks I can catch?
So you take out them sharks. You got fight in you.
Yeah, I can catch more than you.
No, he wants to hunt you for sport, Barnaby.
Oh.
Well, I guess Barnaby's going to dinner with Hive, and then we're gonna go camping tomorrow.
Do you want assistance with the dinner? Do you want to be alone with
I think I'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine. They're not going anywhere.
Fair. Okay. Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen? I could end up catching more
Being hunted
sharks.
for sport.
End up being his bestest friend in the whole wide world. That's
He
for
doesn't
sure.
know I got flying boots, so good luck catching me.
What a man. What a specimen.
I think we gotta get this camping thing done at some point. We should just do it and get it over
I
with.
mean, we have downtime.
Yeah, we got downtime for 2 days.
Just let him know that we'll be camping in the woods. Because we apparently...
Well, I think it's one
Let who know?
day because he said it would be 2 days yesterday, right?
Well, he said 2 days as of
the day before.
early morning. Or not early morning, but like mid-morning. Noon-ish.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I think if we go quick, we can one night of camping in, or one
Yeah.
day of camping in.
Well,
I don't feel like we need to travel slow.
I think the thing is if we were going to camp, then we would camp time. To make sure we're back in time for Seagen.
We can't technically get out there tonight, but yes,
Yeah, it's a day travel.
it's a day out.
Yeah, and he's going to be here in 2 days, so if we leave tomorrow...
So we gotta just leave tonight and, just have a camping day instead of a camping night.
Wait a second.
Because that's what I'm... Because, I agree we do need to do the camping, but I also am like, we could potentially miss the meeting with Seagen by going camping right now
Yeah,
as well.
well, we'll do the camping later.
That's my only...
Keep putting it off, and eventually...
Until it's too...
I mean,
Shark
if we're
time.
okay with splitting the party just for one day,
One day.
it's a down
point
day.
of order, just to clarify, why are we camping?
Don't we need to be
Because the
familiar with-
waylight requires us to be familiar with the forests, and you said that it's going to take at least 1 day to do so. So we want to camp in the forest for 1 day so we can be familiar with it, so we can use the waylight to get out of it.
Okay. I'm not sure why I didn't catch this sooner, and I'm not sure where the wire got crossed, but it just occurred to me that I don't think you need to be familiar with the forest you are using as your entry point.
Yeah.
I think you need to be familiar with the forest your destination forest.
That makes sense.
So I'm looking at the text again, and it says, when opened within a half mile of a forest, spirit emerges and awaits instruction of the bottle's bearer. Bearer of the waylight can then speak the name of a forest they have visited. This forest can exist in the material time of the Feywild.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to know it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, so this is if we wanted to ever come back here.
Yes.
Which I don't think we're ever gonna want to come back here once we steal a pirate lord from...
Camping, lower priority now that we
If
understand
Hyde
this.
survives, speak for yourself. I probably would go visit him once or twice.
After we've betrayed him.
I don't think Pine is going to be our friend at the end of this.
You
Yeah.
kidnapped my best friend. You're
Yeah.
my new best
Literally
friend.
what he said.
Now get in the boat.
Oh, here's another point of order question. Now that 2 people have seen it, and we've all caught up on each other's conversations, did the dagger look magical? That he was like, did it look like an enchanted dagger with cool golden filigree or something crazy?
Perception
Flames on it.
I wasn't there for it.
Flames.
I was asking
painted
the
on
2 people who have seen
Oh. Is his
check.
dad...
Perception check.
19.
19.
4.
It was under a blanket.
No, you're talking about Pie's dagger.
it. Pi's dagger.
Pie's dagger.
Oh, my bad.
It was ornate. Hard to say it was magical necessarily. It had like one of those like kind of spiraling grip patterns. It looked to be either ivory or like mother of pearl with gold inlay.
Oh yeah, that shit's magic.
Like a stiletto pointed, like narrow blade. You should. So,
What are you doing?
what is the party doing?
Camping, lesser priority. Talk to Pythe at dinner. I guess you don't even have to necessarily do that, but have dinner with Pythe at Barnaby.
Yep.
And then I think we're just killing time for a couple days until we hear back from Seagen.
Give me
Elvish.
learn.
Elvish
All the Elvish.
during downtime. We also.
Oh, and don't forget to tick off Draconic for you.
Oh, am I learning
Those are
Draconic?
trading.
That's right, you're trading.
Oh, how many days of Draconic? This is
This
news
will
to
be
me.
4?
Okay.
Well, you said you wanted to learn it a little bit ago.
A month ago.
So,
Yeah.
dinner time rolls around. Barnaby goes to have his shark meat dinner date with Stephen Pine in the dining hall. When you arrive at the dining hall, Barnaby, one of the waiters catches sight of you and walks up to you with sort of this apologetic clasped hands. Says, "Mr. Shrimp, I presume.
Yes.
I am sorry to say, but Mr. Pye has decided to take his dinner at the tap room on the other side of the neighborhood. He will not be joining you tonight, unfortunately. But
Where is the tap?
he has asked that you enjoy and share your bountiful catch as you see fit. And he will gesture back to the corner booth that is usually Pye's reserved spot. And you will see taking up the entire table, there is a massive fucking platter where this shark has been fucking sliced into steaks and grilled and then like laid back out. You can still see the head and the fins like arranged on the plate. It's a shitload of meat.
Yes, it
Hope
is.
you're hungry, Barnaby.
John. John, you there?
It's probably like a good like 4.5, 5 foot shark.
John,
Passed out.
Too much bacon.
I'm gonna invite him for
All
sure.
John Jones.
John's been invited to eat shark with Barnaby.
We didn't make the cut.
I've been
I
invited.
thought you guys were didn't want to. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I'll invite everybody.
I guess we're having shark for dinner.
Yeah.
We're having shark.
All right.
Yay, shark.
It is delicious. Pied was not lying. This is probably some of the best cooked shark you've ever had. Beautifully seasoned, cooked to perfection, tender, flaky, delicious, savory grilled shark.
I would like to ask somebody who owns the tap room and like where it's located.
Oh, Mr. Pye owns the tap room. It's a brewery in the Riviera, one of the biggest breweries in Medingwich.
Cool.
I bet he's having his meeting with Ferris.
So I'll be real. I'm about to pass out where I'm sitting.
That's
So
fair.
I'm
It's
probably
getting
gonna
close
go,
I think
but
we're at a good stopping place anyways.
Yeah.
You guys have a delicious shark dinner,
Yes.
wrap up your day, commence a long rest, wake up in the morning, and begin your next day of downtime while you wait to meet with Seagen.
Alright.
Sounds like a plan.
We're ending on the morning of the 40th.
I had a slight comment and everything. I was like, if somebody could just text me whatever cliffhanger plot leaves this on, that'd be great.
Yeah, no cliffhangers necessarily. MVP vote before you disappear, Cap.
For Nymphomaniac tendencies.
I'm going with Barnaby on this one.
Same.
Yeah, I like
Barnaby.
Barnaby for this one.
Alright, Barnaby. That's an RP point for
I'll take
Barnaby.
it, I guess.
And another RP point for everyone else at the table. So good getting back into the swing of things.
I just went fishing with the man.
I'm gonna trade out my 3 RP points for an inspiration.
Same.
Okay. I like this system.
Thanks.
Very easy. That's why
Clean,
I'm looking
simple.
forward to implementing it in mine.